Alrighty, and now we shall begin with our test of Cairn. I will try my hardest to say Cairn and not Karen, because a certain someone thinks I'm saying Karen. I promise I am not.
No, don't be a Cairn.
Precisely. Alrighty. So, to start with, your party of 4, plus Elgyle, plus Hawk. Whether or not you guys know each other, I will let you all decide as we enter this island. Yes, I realize I have a thing for islands, I apologize. But, prior to all this, the 4 of you were relaxing at a tavern, just having a good old time. During this time, a rich schmoozy bougie decided to roll on through with an entourage. Down and deep into their cups, they decided to ask the tavern keep, "I'll take your finest wine. And you know what? Spread it around to everyone." Well, I don't know why anyone would say no to this, so why the hell not? Wine and spirits and beers and such were passed around to everybody here. And as they were running through, he's like, yeah, wine bottle for this table, wine bottle for this table, wine bottle for this table. They tossed one over to you all. We all drink up, and well into our cups, the night passes. Suddenly, though, the 4 of you wake up, and here I'll let you decide where you land. But you wake up in the water, and not just water. You wake up in water that is very, very distinctly pink. And just over the horizon, you see a small island with a palace. It's difficult to make out the details from here, but you can see that there are various folk discussing something outside of what seems to be a shanty town. If you wish, though, you may approach the island from a different angle, but I'll go ahead and turn the tables to you all.
Are we talking flower pink or like diluted blood pink?
Pink.
Or those like pink salt flats.
Yes, very similar to that.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it smells terrible in that case.
Interesting.
So we're in water right now?
You're in very pink water as of currently. It has a very strong smell to it. It's difficult to make it primarily because you guys kind of just woke up here and probably are in a little bit of a panic, I would assume.
Okay, so here's the thing. I wear some pretty disgusting clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I smell the difference?
Between
or
what?
is it just normal to me?
Is the water normal?
Yeah, well, is the smell normal? Can I smell it?
Yeah, actually, it has a very particular smell to it. It's a little acidic.
Acidic?
A little acidic, but not acid. It actually has an aroma of
nice and swampy.
I drink it.
Oh no, it has actually an aroma of like raspberries, apricots. There's a little bit of rose in there, maybe.
I drink it.
You drink it, and you recall your times from last night. It's wine.
Wine. I drink some more.
Do we know these people that are in front of us?
You do not. You've never seen these people before. If you guys wish to move to them, you may. Otherwise, I can move your token to the other side of the island. Up to you. It's not very big, for reference. This place is pretty small.
I'm gonna,
do I have any cups?
I'm gonna slowly approach, walking out of this water.
Okay. For reference, Argyle and Hawk will follow you everywhere.
Is it Elgyle?
Sure.
Is that my guy?
Elgyle is everyone's guy. He's the dude y'all hired.
I tell Elgyle to get some of that stuff in a cup for me for later.
All right. He tries to see if he has any cups. He probably has one in with his ration set, and he kind of like collects some.
Thanks, buddy.
He gives you a nod, but he's like partially drowning.
That's fine. You're replaceable.
Take a quick look around and go, what the hell is this? Where am I?
As you begin
This is pretty weird, actually, isn't it?
Oh, this is super weird. This is incredibly weird. As you guys begin to look around, as I mentioned, just up ahead, you see somewhat of a shanty town. People are in a circle currently discussing something, and behind you all, Ethics, as you begin to look about, you notice there is a storm raging in the distance. The further away from this center island, the more the storm rages. When I say rages, I mean up to like hurricane levels. It looks absolutely disastrous out there.
I'm gonna look to the group and be like,
I know we had a fun time last night, but I don't remember a river or water full of wine.
I don't remember drinking this much either.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Well, whatever it is.
Do you remember who those guys? Who were those guys that gave us all this stuff?
It was just some rich kid that just kind of swung by. He was celebrating something or such. You're not entirely sure. And wine for everyone.
Wait, was he older than me?
Yes.
I hate it when people are older than me and rich.
He is both of those things.
Ugh.
Damn,
All
I
right.
didn't even get the chance to rob him. This sucks.
Terrible.
Actually,
All
did
right.
Kane change his age because he was 14 when I last looked?
Do these people like pay us any mind when we're walking up?
So if you guys are approaching, they will stop their discussion and turn to you all if you guys wish to approach them.
Yeah.
No, I'm just stomping in like, who the hell are you guys? Where are
Yeah.
they pause, and this group turns to all you, and they kind of, just a large, just a sigh from like all of them all at once. And before anyone has a chance to say anything, a woman walks up to your group. She gives you all a quick bow. She seems to be probably in her late 30s, maybe early 40s. She's wearing very elegant. The dress looks incredibly elegant, but upon closer inspection, you can tell that it's probably comprised of various other rags and rugs and things of that nature that have been sewn together into what she's currently wearing.
Mm.
And she gives you all a quick bow and says, hello, hello. Welcome to our island. I assume we're all new here.
Yeah, what's up with the wine water?
She smiles widely. That's a wonderful question. It's, well, have any of you had a drink just yet?
Yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations.
No, I didn't. I think I peed in it, honestly.
What? Congratulations.
There are already things most likely releasing themselves into the waters, but something quite interesting. Any of you that already had a drink, congratulations. You are approximately 24 hours older, in a way. It prolongs
What is-
aging.
And what exactly is this island that we're on?
Now that is another fantastically wonderful question. Unfortunately, one I cannot answer. We were actually just discussing, well, we currently have a problem. We've been, I'll, expense with our sob story. Some of us have been here for quite some time. And when I say quite some time, years, some just weeks, some months. But as I mentioned, if you keep drinking the wine waters, you don't age. It helps a little that, it is indeed wine, so we can have a little bit of fun with that. But
So what you're saying is you're all stuck here,
very much so, yes. Thank you for pointing that out.
and we're also now stuck.
Correct, but we're
Okay.
hoping to solve that issue.
I
Yes,
need to get out of my lanky phase, so I will not be drinking the
perfectly fine.
wine. I mean, look at me here. My legs are so long,
Yes, so everything
completely
is
disproportionate, as a 17-year-old person would look, because I know exactly what it's like to be 17 years old.
She's just kind of like, okay. Well, a very eclectic group you all have here. Did you lose anyone along the way? I know the storms can be, well, quite perilous, and it doesn't always tend to drop you so close to the edge. Lucky you.
Neither of you
And
know
what
how
is
I
your
got-
name?
Yarrow.
Like the plant?
Sure.
Sure.
There's a plant named Yarrow. I'll learn
Yeah.
something new every day.
And how did you find yourself on this island?
That's a long story that I'm not sure you'd be interested in hearing.
True enough.
There are quite a few of us here. Do you intend to, well, talk to all of us regarding that? Quick summary. We, either just woke up here, or the usual story, we drank from a bottle of wine, conked out, and suddenly we are here. Unfortunately.
From a rich, snobby boy?
No. I
Oh, that's
purchased it,
great.
and, I don't know where it ended up. Somewhere.
Unfortunate.
Indeed.
I feel like we're in hell.
She motions to,
Well-
I feel like this is probably more like purgatory, if that's
That
the
word, yes.
metaphor we're going for.
she points and says, this might be a form of purgatory. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we're being judged. I honestly didn't do anything that's worth judgment. Neither of these fine folk here behind me. I could quickly introduce you to them. We have we have Edric and Milo. They're both brothers. We have Zokar, and we have good old Sam there in the corner.
This feels like a witch's spell.
Most likely, yes. Definitely some dark magics are involved here. Unfortunately, we have a multitude of problems that we were just discussing now.
I've been cursed before. This is
Alright,
fine.
go on.
She motions to the massive building behind her. She says, well, something just recently happened. As I'm sure I don't need to tell you, we've been trying to get off this stupid island for quite some time, but looking over the horizon, no one has come back from that hurricane. You move in, you just kind of die. It's quite straightforward. I've never seen anyone come back from that. We've been trying various different methods. We actually have someone that is the potential cause and root of our current predicament that, well, we haven't seen in quite some time. Her name is Kuz, and, well, she's in that building. I believe she is. She was trying to find a way to maybe go under the waters, maybe find a way down and out. Theoretically, there shouldn't be so much of a horrible storm out there.
Well, we must talk to Kuz then.
Ah, there's our problem. As you'll see, and she motions over to the door, we've boarded up the palace for a very particular reason. You see, Kuz's disgusting little servant, I believe she calls him Pip, well, he seems to have multiplied. We were sort of hanging out doing our thing and, well, not really eating necessarily, but partying, as we tend to do. They started flowing out of the workshop just a few hours ago, and they started just absolutely wrecking the main hall, which is the door you see boarded up there. I assume, or at least his, said he heard something might have been amiss. There's always strange noises coming from the workshop. His is he will sometimes work with her. He deals with other bits and such, he and his people. The lizard folk, there's an individual in there that is, currently locked away. Zokar here, they give you a quick wave, is one of the nobles that serves under the suzerain. He sees himself as the ruler of this island, but, well, king of a pile of shit is still a pile of shit, so say that as you will.
Is there any other way to get into this building?
Oh, yes, there are various windows you can move through. If you want, you can go straight into the main hall. It's entirely up to you. The current problem is that his and Zokar, their folk have barricaded themselves inside as well. And there's also, she leans close to you guys. I don't necessarily have issues with them, but there's a goblin and a hobgoblin and some goblins that also landed in here. Some of them aren't really fans, specifically the brothers, but I just think they're, we're trying to convince them otherwise, of course. But they're all locked in there as well. Someone thinks, they think the goblins are responsible for this whole problem, but we haven't had a chance to speak with them.
How do we get inside?
Your choice. As I mentioned, you can try going through a window. You can unboard the front door, which, I'm going to be blunt, we'll probably find a way to board it again. So once you're in, you're in. And as I mentioned, there are beasties running through the main hull there, so you'll have to dispatch of them or convince them to do something. They didn't seem much for conversation, I will say.
Fine with me.
I say we bust down this door and get rid of them.
No, give me a minute. I'll check it out. I'm used to, breaking and entering. It's kind of my thing.
You're more than welcome to walk around the island. No one will stop you. Just, she motions to the various little homes and such. Just don't touch anyone's tent, please. We do live here, after all.
Am I supposed to be able to see through these windows, or...?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't seeing anything I wasn't supposed to see.
It's a bit smaller as you move to the south there, Cairn. You do see a window that's partially boarded up, but just inside you can see approximately 4 lizard folk. They seem to have the same coloring as his. As she mentioned, they're part of the same, I think it's an artificer caste. Basically, they're all craftsmen, and they're all kind of like, oh shit, they're hiding in there and just kind of hanging out and doing their thing. As you move around, there actually aren't many windows to this place. Moving about, you hear lots of banging. You hear thuds. There's quite a bit of noise, specifically to the very back middle room. There's a lot of noise coming from there. Sounds like banging.
Did she say that the lizard folk were captive in there, or they're just chilling?
She said they're currently just chilling. They locked themselves in. Basically, these little pips decided to escape and run around and kind of do their thing. And unfortunately, after that happened, a lot of other little pips also popped out, and they started absolutely just wrecking house and destroying the place. They panicked, and they left, and then locked the doors. And the people inside panicked and, locked themselves in,
So, gang, it seems like we have 2 options: dealing with the tiny little goblin men, or trying to get one of these lizard folk to help us get in.
Is there a second story to this building, or?
1 story.
So there is no up.
I'm gonna tap on this window.
Okay. As you tap on the window, you hear some scurrying inside, and you instantly see that the lizard folk just kind of like move away from the window, and they try to be as quiet as possible.
I see you in there.
Another pause.
Come forth to the window.
A whisper from around the corner. What do you want?
Why do you lock yourself in there?
You don't want to die.
Die from what?
I don't know, there's little pips running around the place. They're absolutely losing their damn minds and just crushing everything.
You're scared of tiny little men?
Listen, they're more formidable than they look. We're not fighters.
Well, let me through this window and I will come in there and bash their heads in.
That would involve unlocking the door, no.
No, the window is not the door.
How are you expecting to get to the main hall?
Well, you can leave through the window and you won't have to deal with this residence anymore.
I don't know if we can all fit. It's rather small.
Is the window really that small?
It's uncomfortable to get through, yeah. You'd have to, it'd be first off loud to break through, and then you can probably sneak through after you break it, but yeah.
I'll be back.
Alright.
Essex?
What?
What are you calling for? Where'd he go?
Where'd
I'm
that
on
man
the
go?
other side of the building.
He's on the other side of the island. You call out for him, and you don't see him here.
I just shouted.
I'm just trying to get this door open if it can.
Okay.
Yeah.
You notice that it is indeed locked.
I
I kick it with
mean,
my legs, I guess.
As you kick it, you hear some shuffling behind
unlock
us.
it then.
Druid and... Your name is hard to say. Morgwen? Morgwen. What are you two doing?
It's just more Gwen.
Morgwen. Right. That's a good
Not
point.
less Gwen, though.
Yeah, true. We need as much Gwen as
Yeah.
humanly possible.
Does it have a keyhole or something?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a standard just wooden door.
I'm gonna try to look through the keyhole.
Okay. You look through the keyhole and you see a little green face looking back at you.
Oh, God.
It's like, hey!
Essex, what have you found?
I think I found a pip. Yeah, have a look.
Kane, when you look through the window, you, once again, see a little green face looking back at you, and he's like,
When my spell, A Spring of Seawater, appears, can I make this like a big spring, or is it forced to be a small spring?
So, it can effectively be whatever you want it to be. If you have ample time, one of the rules of spellcasting is you can make it bigger. So what's your intention? What are you trying to do?
I'm thinking about drowning the pips.
Oh, drowning the people in there?
Yeah.
When it says a well of seawater, how does it actually mean?
It literally just
It's like
says a
initially
spring
well,
of
or-
seawater appears. I feel like that would be very tiny.
Yes. So
I mean,
you'll
more so,
definitely,
is it like an actual spring or like a spray of water?
I would
it just
say,
says a spring.
yeah, I would say some water springs up forth. This building is rather large, and you'll start filling it with water, but there are definitely people in there that are trying to escape. And I'd say you can probably do it through the window if you wanted to. Like, you need line of sight if you're trying to, like, drown them out. You definitely could do that, but it'll definitely take some time.
Milo, good sir, I have a question for you.
Milo turns to you. Hey, what do you want?
May I borrow your war hammer, and I will let you hold on to my crossbow in the meantime?
No. I don't know you.
I know you don't know me, but I'm going to get rid of these pesky fools for you.
I mean, that's what we're currently discussing. We've got some options if you're all willing to listen, but, well, not everyone
No.
agrees.
Let's go through the back door, and there's a nice choke point from what I've seen. You can drown them out from there, right?
Back door sounds good to me.
Hey, there's definitely a back door, but I believe that's where the hobgoblins reside. I don't trust them.
Oh, is that the weird green thing I saw? I thought it was a pip. Never mind.
Oh, no. That's the three goblins. He's got three little buddies, Glong, Tot, and Mott. They're a bit weird, but they'll follow him anywhere. His name is Gokar, by the way. He seems quite formidable, but I'm not sure I trust him.
What the hell is a pip then?
Pip is, I'm not really sure entirely what it is, if I'm being entirely honest. So that's Kuz's little lab assistant, though.
Any description?
He kind of, like, scrunches up his face. Honestly, just kind of gross looking. It's like a little nasty flush monkey.
Oh, so kind of like Druid.
Nasty.
Honestly, a bit worse than that.
I can't imagine that.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
Nodding along.
As I mentioned, we were in the middle of discussing options if you want to listen. You're all welcome to break in, but I'm not giving you my hammer.
That makes sense. Either of you two have any heavy weapons?
Sling.
Well, that's useless.
I've got
Wow,
a
rude.
javelin or a grappling hook.
Grappling. Oh, that might be useful.
We could maybe use a grappling hook to get
And
in.
let's check the roof.
All right, I'll take a little bit of climbing, but your grapple hook that'll definitely help. What are you looking for up on the roof?
Chimney.
Yeah, something to get in.
Chimney.
I'm gonna pick up a rock on the floor.
Okay.
I'm gonna start fucking just hitting this window.
Okay. You're more welcome to do so. I believe there's another window up top, I think.
Oh, there is an up top.
That you guys went? Yeah, there's another window up top that you guys went by. As you're
Oh,
kind
you
of
mean that up top? I thought you meant...
the very north window.
Yeah.
But if you were to kind of feign dangle your way up there, yes, you have some time. You do see that there is a chimney. It leads to the back room. You can't see down it all the way. It's very, very, very dirty. They haven't cleaned this in quite some time. But you hear shuffling, and it sounds wet. And then occasionally you hear like a... And then just a really loud... As it's clearly hitting up against a wall. And then it pauses again. And then another... When it kind of echoes through.
Well, at least there's no fire down there. I'll look down. So which one of us is the skinniest?
I think Gruwig is used to dirty spots.
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
I mean, he is very greasy. Makes it easier.
How dare you? Yeah,
It's true,
actually,
you know
that's
it.
fine. I know everybody thinks I'm disgusting. However,
And we still
how
manage to
big
be
is
your friends.
the-
I understand. No need to thank us.
yeah, it's. I don't know how you can stand to smell me.
I wish you'd take a
Uh,
bath.
You know what? Is that an offer?
Absolutely not.
Are you sure?
To be
Yes.
fair, him waking up in wine has done him good.
All right.
Mm,
It is nice smelling wine.
So what's the description again
For what?
of did you say it was a chimney?
Correct. It's a chimney that basically shoots straight down. Incredibly sooty. Very dirty. They've not cleaned it in some time. And you
How
hear
big?
it's large enough that one of you could probably fit down, but
I mean,
it's a little
I'm only
dangerous.
Don't have a
17
rope so
years
you can't get it
old.
back out,
I'm not
so-
fully grown.
Yeah, so you can slip down it, definitely. Getting back, I mean, your grappling hook, I guess if you hook it to the,
Yeah,
To the
and then
to
trail
the-
it down.
the lip.
Yeah, that could technically work. You're just not sure what's down there. It's loud.
You know what? I'll do it.
Yeah, good.
Let's-
What's the worst that can happen?
Let's hook me up there. All
All
right.
right.
There's not like a fire going, is there?
No. I checked.
No fire.
Okay.
So who's up on the roof currently?
I am, definitely.
Okay. And Kane, you're trying to hit that back window?
Yes.
Okay. And then Morgan, what you doing?
I mean, wait, is Kane trying to break the window?
Yes.
Can't I just slingshot it with a rock?
No, it's you'll need something large to break it open. Like the window can be broken, but it physically isn't large enough, so you need to break the stone around it as well, probably.
It's
I
one
wanna
of
go
those
up on the
really,
roof.
really small ancient windows.
Yeah, exactly. It's meant to let light in, not people. All right, so the three of you jump on the roof. Kane, while you're poking at this, one of the nobles walks up to you. He's like, "Stop! Here!" And he kind of holds a relatively decent-sized hammer through to you, and like a wedge. And he says,
Wait, who?
one of the lizard nobles,
Okay.
one of the artisans. And he says, "If you work from that side, I'll work from this side. Maybe we can get a hole wedged open. It might take a minute, but try not to hit it too hard. We don't want to draw any more attention to..." And as he's saying that, the big door behind them kind of goes... And you can see it shake, and they go, "Shit!" And then one of them goes over to kind of reinforce it, and they start getting more wood to push up against the door.
Oh, so the guy inside is helping me.
He's helping you now. Yeah, now he sees that you're actually trying to open it. He gives you some tools, and he says, "If you work on your side, I'll work on my side. Let's get this thing open." So the two of you are working on that. And as you pop up, you're kind of hooking the hook shot to the lip of the chimney and sliding on down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tying it around the base and around... where'd it go?
This is kind of a weird request.
Where did you go?
I moved him over here to the room.
Oh, okay.
But
Where on the map actually is the chimney?
It's going to be the very far left. So I put you guys over there.
There.
All right, what is your request?
I mean, how ridiculous would it be for me to go in upside down?
I'll have
Not
you
very,
roll...
I was thinking that.
Yeah, I'll have you roll dexterity.
I'm tying the rope around your ankles and then just hoisting you down slowly
Yeah,
with
we
the
can do
help
Yeah.
of Morgan.
I'm kind of worried. Like, what if they see my legs and stuff and then attack me before I even really know what's going on?
Sure.
I'd rather see my death coming with my own two eyes.
I'll let
And
you
as,
guys...
as I hoist you down, I'll just say, make sure to yell if something happens.
All right.
It might not save you, but it might save us.
Yeah. You know what? That's good. That's good for me.
Alrighty, I will let you guys choose. Either Ethics will do a strength check, or Gruid, you can do a dex check, whichever you guys want to do. Just one, though. We're going for strength or dex.
What's
I
your
feel like this is
strength?
more of a strength. 12.
So what's your dex?
Well, no,
14.
so he would roll strength, you would roll dex.
All right, so I have an 11 dex.
Nice, well, I'm just wrong strength.
All right, so
I would do strength.
all right, so ethics, go ahead and roll me strength. You seem a bit stronger. We're gonna rely more on you than Gruid's dexterity to slink on down here. Okay.
Barely.
As you're
You
sliding
fall.
down, Gruid, you're keeping pretty good pace, not too bad. Maybe you mentally want to pause every once in a while, but ethics is kind of just like feeding you down, and you're trying to like, okay, slide. And I'd say about 1/3 of the way to the bottom, your hands hit a really, really dirty spot of just like pure soot, and there's nothing to grip onto, and you just slide down and kind of plop against the bottom of the mouth of this chimney. I'm gonna go ahead and put your token there so you can see what's going on down here real quick. It's going to be located approximately here, I'd say. Alrighty, so there's a few things for you to take in. The first thing you see, Gruid, is an absolutely gargantuan, just mass of gray and red flesh. Bulging veins just cover its entire body. It's approximately 10 feet tall, vaguely humanoid in shape, and there are just mouths, eyes, noses, just body parts covering it all over. And it's heavily breathing while banging on this door to the north. It seems primarily focused on doing just that. While this is happening, you see they're like 2 feet tall. They look like hairless monkeys, but they also have kind of like random mouths and eyes and noses just like grafted onto their faces. And they're not talking, they're just like as they're like moving about. And the one here to the south is kind of moving on into this room down here to the south. And it looks like he's grabbing something.
Ooh.
He's going to get stuff, and you can see the stuff that he's getting. There's like a trail of blood leading to this massive golem, and the two that are in front of it are like grafting this flesh onto its body. Beside that, this is indeed the workshop. You also see a hole in the upper right-hand corner that goes like into the ocean. So you can see all that at once. You see a hole that goes to the ocean, and you see this big, nasty monster with smaller boys pushing flesh onto it. As you slap into the ground, he kind of goes, and then starts to slowly turn as the smaller ones go to look at you. And they kind of go, what do you do?
So they definitely see me.
100%.
Well, that's unfortunate.
What do you do?
Can we see them from where we are?
No, you can't say anything.
I
Well, they have
say,
scream jet, so everything's
hey,
fine.
ethics, call me up, please. The faster, the better.
Okay, as
Hey,
you
can you hear me?
How bad can it be? You aren't screaming yet.
Come on!
Oh, all right, fine.
All right,
Morgan,
as
can you help me with this?
Sure.
okay, I'll have both of you roll strength. Only one of you needs to succeed.
Yay.
It's my lowest roll, by the way.
Hey, you both succeed. Congratulations. Okay. Not only do you get Gruid up safely, but also quickly. One of the little fiends goes to dash for you, Gruid, but you are just slurped up, and no damage is done to you whatsoever, but you are covered in soot. And down the chimney, you guys can hear this, like, and then if you were to look down it, you would see this odd-looking monkey thing that's, like, jumping in place and, like, screeching up the chimney at you guys.
Oh, so that's a pip.
And then it runs away.
So, what did you see?
I don't know if I really want to talk about it, but if you insist.
We do.
Can't be worse than any of the things you've butchered.
Well, usually I'm in the middle of butchering them. And I'm in control of the situation. You know what I mean? So I guess I basically just describe what I saw with all the little guys and the big guy.
Also, to be clear, the big guy, although he heard you, he didn't turn around. He seemed very focused on this door for some odd reason.
The door to the north.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay,
He paused.
sorry,
I can see inside, so.
Yeah, he paused. That's it.
so I'm basically like, the big guy didn't really do much. So maybe we could take out the other little ones. Maybe.
And they were grafting stuff to the big golem.
Yeah. Yeah. That
How's
was-
the window looking over here?
You have it actually mostly open at this point. You could, if you weasel your way on in, probably fit through.
I'm a weasel.
All right. Cain, you're all going to sneaky on in. While you do that, you can hear some more banging on the door, and they're trying their absolute best to like reinforce it so nothing can get through. After the three of you see that, what do you all decide to do?
I assume there's nothing else on the roof we can go through, right?
Just the chimney now.
Well, then I think this is a bust.
So I'm gonna turn to the lizard guys and be like,
So you're scared of a bunch of little ugly monsters?
Yes, we're artists, not fighters.
Move, let me see what we're working with.
Well, it'll take a moment. If you brought friends with you, you might need them to dismantle the door. We're going to go through here, though. Please try not to damage anything in this room, if you can help it. And they kinda,
damage things.
they just like sneak out here, like one at a time.
I'm gonna pop out my head from the window and be like,
Guys, I found a hole!
All right, you guys hear Cain
So
shouting from around the corner.
Where'd he go?
I'll head there right away.
He probably means he made a hole. That's in character for him. Follow the sound.
All right, as you guys all head on over there, you guys see three
Hey.
of the lizard folk. They're all blue, and they're all kind of looking around like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
See like the broken down window. See, told you he made a hole.
They're excited to go back to their bud. They move back to his, and they're like, "Hey, his!" He's like, "Ah, finally, you all
Wait,
made it out.
is-
Good job."
Is
Is
this? Hold on, I need to use my finger. Is this bed sheets or fabric?
It's a workshop, so it's basically just a bunch of fabric and such.
Is he in there?
Yeah, so you guys can move in there if you want. I have to physically move you in. Give me 1 second,
How the
actually.
hell am I supposed to
Move
fit through that
me
hole?
in.
So you guys can move in now if you want. It'll take a hot second to squeeze through the hole.
I'll just have Druid go first to grease up the hole.
You can very much do that.
Greasy noises
Indeed.
as I walk forward.
You
Can I
slip
peer
on.
through this door?
Yeah. Ethics touches the windowsill and he's like, oh, that's disgusting.
All right, so now that you're physically
Like,
in the room,
As Ethics pushes his way through, it's like, do you know, like the jellied cans?
ew.
With like
Are you-
congealed flesh on the outside.
are you
That's
pulling a
in there.
Desmond?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Desmond through the sewer pipe.
Excellent.
So this time it's Ethics through the window.
Wonderful. And Gruid pre-lubricated it for you. Good job.
That's that's what I do. I
You're passive.
lubricate.
Your passives, you lube everything around you by touching it. That's horrible.
He gets stuck a bit in his butt.
All right, now that
Pull me out.
two of you have snuck into this room, also by default, I'll say Elgyle and the Hawk are kind of following you guys around just to help if you need something. The Hawk is literally just a hawk, so it's not like you cannot speak.
No.
It is a bird that is somehow holding a pole. You're not going to question how it's doing that. It just is.
He's just sitting on Agile's back, honestly, at this point.
Basically,
on his
yeah.
shoulder.
To quickly describe this room, it is a large, mostly unadorned room. It primarily functions as a dormitory and half workshop. The primary workshop is the one that you guys saw that you moved into. There's a whole bunch of beds here that are made of interesting looking wood, definitely. Excuse me. Many of them are currently in progress, but you can tell they've kind of, stripped them in order to barricade this back door and the window that you had a nice little, smack over. Yes, that's essentially it. There's actually not really much going on in this room. So if you guys want, you could slowly peel away the barricade here, kind of whatever you want to do.
Yes. Peel away.
Morgan, what are you doing?
Yes, you do that as I sit on this desk.
Morgwen. Are
Nothing for now. I'm just gonna follow them around.
you staying outside?
Or Gwen,
No, I'm going in with them.
Okay.
participate in the party.
I am. I just said I'm gonna follow you
Where
around.
is Morgwen?
Hiding outside.
I poke my head out the window. I looped it up for you.
Morgwen,
Oh, disgusting.
what art thou doing? Come join us.
All right, you guys are able to... Are you doing this quietly or quickly?
I'm ripping.
All right, so we're all just going at it.
Cain does not
Yeah.
know quiet.
All right.
We know.
As we're all doing that, you hear light banging on the door, but you're not sure if it's the door or just the wall.
Is this right here where ethics is? Is that movable?
There's a whole bunch of beds here that look like they were in progress of being both taken apart and put together.
Ethics is just laying on it, watching you work.
Once we free the door, let's put the bed in front of it so when we open it, they can't just run through.
My bed? How dare you?
You must sacrifice.
I've never sacrificed anything in my life. Well, I've sacrificed some people, I guess, but, well.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. You want to run that by me again? You
We're going to
sacrifice
push
people?
the bed in front of the door and then we're going to open the door so the little people cannot instantly jump through.
But
Oh,
it's,
going
I
to
mean,
do,
how
they
high
are
up
very
is the
small.
bed?
These are all good questions.
Standard bed.
They'll still give us adequate amount of time
Right.
to
We can
deal
turn
with
it on
them.
its side. It's
All
fine.
right, let's get doing that then.
Yeah, from what you guys were told, these creatures are like 2 feet tall. They're not very tall, so it's actually not bad. Alrighty, as you guys move past here and begin peeling all of the really, really hodgepodge hunks of wood they just shoved up against this door, you guys are indeed now able to open it. And with that, you guys kind of place the bed up against the door before we open.
Yeah.
Fortunately for you guys, it actually does open into that room. So,
I'm just gonna prepare my crossbow at this point, I guess.
alrighty, as you guys are kind of hiding behind this, you made a fair amount of noise. So I would say there's like 3 or so of them here, kind of hanging out.
Can I have Gruig open it and then I'll just get ready with my bow for anything that jumps at us?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
As you guys kind of push the door
Right
open,
here.
Morgan, you get your sling ready.
Gruig, move back.
Do I have to though?
Do you want to die?
You want to get hit by my
Yeah.
crossbow?
I'm just kidding. I don't want to die.
Un, deux, trois.
so
What the hell does that mean?
It is a faraway language that I learned many years ago.
I think your
Well, it
pronunciation
sounds
was
terrible.
off.
who's opening the door?
Gruig was supposed to open the door.
All right, so Gru,
As he dashes away.
are you holding the bed in place, or are you just like leaving it there?
Gruig, you want to sacrifice and just be in a crouch position holding it?
I mean, it's on its side at this point, so
Yeah, like it's a pretty good amount of cover. Gruid.
he died.
All right, wait. Sorry, what?
So we're asking basically the general scenario here. So there's a bed pushed up against where the door would be. You guys are opening the door. Are you running away? Or are you holding the bed in place?
I'll hold the bed in place.
Don't worry, I won't
Kinda-
shoot you.
Yeah, you're gonna kind of chill here and hold the bed.
I will.
And as the doors
Well,
burst,
I'm hoping that the little
make it quick.
creatures will smell me and be, repulsed.
And then they'll step on you and slip off.
Yeah.
Break their neck, hopefully.
Can I
Indeed.
Yeah.
shoot? Can I shoot this one right here?
So as the door is open, the bed's actually too tall for you to see that first one, but you know it's there. It's
Damn.
like it jumps forward, like grabbing onto the bed, Gruid, and it would have knocked it over. But fortunately, you're in the way and holding it in place, and it's just It's like just dumbly scratching against the bed, against the underside of the bed. So it's just scratching against wood, not too effectively. But there's 2 more that are just beyond it that Cain and Ethics, you guys can see them, and they're like they're half paying attention and half moseying around and like just picking things up and just smashing them on the ground.
Can I pop this one?
You are more than welcome to do so. Yes.
These are the things that Druid described, right?
Indeed, yes.
Okay.
So let me add everybody to okay. Let's see. Is the system smart enough to roll combat? Let's say. No, all right.
Is that a thing in this game, or?
Technically, yes. I believe the way it works is it works a few different ways, basically. So whenever order is uncertain, so on your turn, you just need to do a thing, basically. What if I just hit in combat? Can I move people around? I cannot. Okay, I can move through the combat order. Okay, so I'm only looking at this primarily because we have so many people. I try to make sure no one gets skipped and the enemies don't get skipped and whatnot, and people move in the right order. Essentially, you guys are getting the jump, so you're 100% going first. Normally, there's multiple ways to determine this. You can do a few things. You can roll a d6 if we're equal, and then whoever gets the highest, basically that team will go first. So there's no individual, but you can do individual as well. We'll just say all of you get to go first before the enemy can do anything because you guys 100% got the jump on them. So you're attacking this one, and you're shooting with your crossbow. All right, this little boy here, he'll kind of like jump up, and he'll see like, ah! And as he does, you're actually going to stick him right in the chest with the crossbow, and he just kind of screams out like, ah! And falls back for a moment. Definitely hurt, but not dead.
These things are stronger than I thought.
And it's kind of screaming while it's kicking up in place. Ethics, which one are you going for?
I mean, I guess just the other one then.
All right, the further one further away you can see?
Unless
you guys
the first one
guys-
like jumped up at this point, but
Can you guys still target or no? Oh,
Wait, what is everybody's weapon?
Yeah, we can target.
oh,
again, yeah, never mind.
cool. Okay.
So which one got hit already?
The middle one right here.
Alright, so the one in front is behind the thing right now.
Correct. This one's technically behind, so you can't really see it.
So
He's like,
just aim for the furthest one, I guess.
not necessarily hiding, but hidden in a way. All right, launch off. Hey, look, same deal.
Megan, you said you have a sling.
Javelin? No, I have a javelin.
I'm
Morgwin
going
Morgwin
to
has
sling.
a sling. Yeah.
What is everyone's weapon?
Crossbow.
Javelin.
We mostly all have long distance weapons.
I mean, that's benefiting you greatly, so cool. As you guys launch off
Nice.
both your attacks, you seemingly do a pretty solid amount of damage to each of them. And this one back here kind of falls over, and then the other one also sort of falls over. They are both in pain, but clearly not defeated.
Oh, great. Time to spend like half an hour reloading.
Grid, what are you doing?
I mean, can I attack them?
You can do anything you want, whatever logically makes sense.
You could probably reach over.
They're still not in the room, yeah.
Sorry, which weapon do you have?
I have a javelin,
Okay,
so I
so
want to know, can I throw it?
So you have a spear. There's one on the other side of the bed. You can literally just reach over and stab it in the head if you want.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Go for it.
And I do...
You just roll the weapon directly. So it says javelin, 1d10 bulky. Just click on the little die next to javelin, and
I'm
just,
on a
it'll roll
items.
damage.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, preferably always have your weapon open. Wow, we're getting a lot of threes today.
3.
Alrighty. And this one, too, as it's just kind of rapidly scratching. I'll kind of mark prone, as in, like, winded, but they're not necessarily prone. They're kind of, like, knocked back and, like, ready to strike. But, you know, surprise. As you stab down at this one, it, like, kind of it semi-sees you and kind of goes to catch, but misses. And you just, like, dip your spear right into where its neck meets its shoulder and just, like,
Tasty.
and then pull it out and it just screeches up at you and begins to try to climb over this bed, but is in the process of doing so. Morgan, what are you doing?
Slingshotting.
All right, who are you slinging?
They're all knocked over?
So they're not knocked over. I'm just showing that they're hurt.
All right.
Unhappy, if you will. Which one are you going for?
The one in the back.
One in the back. Okay. So, with a deft whoop, 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 you swing your
By
sling.
the way, what am I
Yes.
using for ammo?
You tell me. Either can be something that canonically you're throwing, or it can just be rocks. There's tons of rocks here, so I'll say reasonably you will not run out. But you can theoretically sling anything.
All right, I'll pick up a bunch of rocks.
All right. You whomp this boy, and we've removed all of its HP, and now we're doing strength damage. I'm pretty sure enemies function the same way you guys do. So I'm going to give him a strength check. Wow. Critically failed that one. Let's double check what happens. I'm 90% sure he's just like knocked out. All right. Damage that reduces a target's HP below 0 decreases their strength by the remaining value, which is 1. They then must make a strength save to avoid critical damage. Failure takes them out of combat. They will die if left untreated. So, this dude here, you just stick him upside the head. And what's the best way to denote basically dying?
You do the bloody symbol?
I don't have the bloody symbol. So, oh, I do. There it is. All right. This one here is just straight up bleeding out. You knock it upside the head, and it goes, ah, and it kind of it rolls back, and it's just very clearly knocked the hell out. It ain't doing anything. Gruid, roll me a strength check, please. You succeed. Okay. The one up front very angrily is trying to push this bed over, and it's like,
Not gonna happen.
and you, yeah, exactly. You are just holding this thing straight, and it's trying its absolute damnedest. You guys see one of them that got hurt rush the bed to also attempt to push it in tandem with the other one. Does anyone want to help Gruid hold this up?
Sorry, could you say that again?
The second one that was knocked upside the head and is not dead also runs to push this bed over onto Gruid. Does anybody want to help Gruid hold this thing up?
Come on, Gruid, put those muscles to work.
Wow.
Morgwin.
Am I still in the process of reloading at the moment? Or?
I don't think I like you, Morgwin. How about you help? How about you put some effort in?
That's not
What
what
have
I'm
you
good at.
done
That's
with
not
your
what I'm good at.
sling?
One's bleeding out. Thank you very much.
That was my kill. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Kill secure.
Kill steal. No, I stole. Straight up.
All right. Does anyone help Gruid? We'll say if you decide to help, you'll have to spend probably another turn reloading the crossbow. But other than that, definitely up to you. And remember, you can punch things. Like, you can just hit if you want. So you can always attack.
I guess I'll walk up and put my foot against it again as I continue reloading slowly.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a strength check as well. Excellent. Okay. So I will say not only do you hold this in place, you're also able to reload your crossbow. So the two of you would basically be here, and you're both pushed up against the bed, and it's shaking and shaking and shaking. And with all this just rabble-rousing, you guys hear two more sort of get ready to move into place, and they begin to move forward. The two that are trying to push over the bed are unsuccessful, so it is your guys' turn again.
You
Can't
said this one's bleeding right here.
It's basically dead, yes. So if I mark something with the bloody symbol, it's basically dead.
All right, I want to shoot that one.
The one that's dead?
The one that's bleeding.
Okay, so to be clear, if it's marked with the bloody symbol, it's out of the combat.
Oh, okay, my bad. Then
Okay.
I can't shoot these, right?
At this point.
Yeah, so it's literally on the ground, completely. Anything with the blade mark is, including you guys, you're unconscious. If left untreated, will die. So if you hit it, you're literally hitting a corpse, effectively.
I can't hit these ones though, right?
Correct. The two up front,
Step over the bed technically, but
you can melee the two up front. That's it. They are completely behind
All
the
right,
bed.
I'll shoot this one.
All right, excellent. Ooh, 5 damage. Okay,
Oh.
excellent. So that's 3 to its HP, and then the other 2 bleed over to its strength, meaning I need to do a strength check, in which it fails.
Down with you.
All right, and another. What was this? Your crossbow. So you reload again and just stick it right in the chest, and then kind of, and it falls back, landing next to its brethren. All right, since the 2 of them are holding the line, Morgan, what are you doing?
My aim is always true.
Slingshot, baby.
You're slingshotting a baby. Let's see how that is. All right, struck but not down. The creature seems perturbed and will probably rush forward in just a moment. Gruid.
Can I reach any others with the spear?
The 2 on the other side of the bed you can very much reach, yes.
All right, I'm going to try hitting him again.
Okay, which one? The one on the right makes the most sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
Natty.
that's literally, I'm not even doing a save. Okay, that's all of its health.
oh nice.
All right, with a quick, just you basically just shish kebab this thing as it looks up to like, yeah, you skewered it.
Oh, I skewered it because
Yes,
I'm a butcher.
indeed.
I should pull
That
your
guy's
spear
gonna
back. It's
get
still
eaten
stuck
later.
on
Don't
him.
worry about it.
Yeah, like part of you pull it off and
Waste
like,
not, want not.
yeah, part of its body is like stuck to the spear.
Honestly, I'm not sure if it's edible though.
All right, ethics.
Can I like stand up and reach over and shoot down, or is that too close or something?
That'll be fine, yeah. All right, and as
Shoot
with
it at its head.
this one, oh god, you have to say I had to roll under a 3.
Damn.
All right, as I mentioned, not dead, but very much knocked out, as with the others. Well, there is one left, and it sees its 2 brethren, and it's like, that's dumb. But I don't have enough brain capacity to understand what's going on, so it's going to actually vault over their corpses. And I'm going to roll a random chance to see who he attacks. 1, 2 ethics, 3, 4 Gruid. Okay. As he vaults over, he goes to jump on you, ethics. Claws extended. Wonderful. How much armor do you have, good friend?
2.
All right. Well, his 1 damage is nowhere near enough to do anything there. So he jumps up. You manage to just completely buff the attack. And, well,
He tries to hit me in the head, but I have a
Yeah.
helmet on.
you knock him off to the side, and he's now alone in this room with the 4 of you. Who wants to do the honors?
I'll shoot him.
All right, go for it.
I just start kicking him at this point.
Get off, Essex!
Oh my god. All right, baby, I gotta roll a 1. Then roll a 1. All right, and as with the others, stuck to the chest, pinned to the wall, it screes out, and then kind of twitches a few times and just ceases its movement. So 4 of them are effectively just left bleeding on the floor and will die. For all you guys know, they are dead. And with that, they're seemingly all taken care of. You still hear banging off in the distance, but the party in this room has ceased.
Not
That
like-
was not as hard as they made it seem.
I mean, there's more of them, and apparently one of them is very
I'm
big.
gonna pull my arrow out of this guy's chest.
Excellent. He slides off the wall and kind of clumps on the floor.
Ooh, chest.
Also, for reference, if you guys had taken any HP damage here, you'd be recovering it now.
Oh.
Yeah, so this would be the breather, basically. Like I said, effectively, when you leave combat is when you get your HP back. So it's not that bad. It sounds bad, but it really isn't. As you guys walk over
the chest. Are these chests?
no, like I said, whatever you see in the room, basically ignore it. I'll describe it, and then whatever I describe is what is there.
I think it's definitely looking around for like valuables.
Yeah. So
yeah, are the bodies lootable?
So as we enter the main hall, we primarily see are the wrecked remains of a communal hall. There's cabinets of various domestic supplies, dining sets, games, books, things of that nature. Some of the beds that were kind of busted up or like strewn throughout here. The furniture is very, very simple. It looks like if you needed to salvage it for some metals and wood, you very much could. The 5 little homunculi that were running around seem to have been, well, completely smashed. South, is the door that you guys have indeed opened. Looking to the north is another door that you see clearly barricaded, and then the door to you guys' west is also barricaded.
If memory serves me right, those lizard folk were in this room up ahead. I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and there was a conversation happening inside, but it seems to have ceased after your knocking.
You can come out now. The room has been excavated.
Footsteps move from the other side to the door, and very clearly muffled, the barricade seems to primarily be on that side, not this side. And you hear, "Who are you?"
Your savior.
"That's wonderfully vague." "Oh, the little
Well, I'm in
demons
here,
taken-
am I not?
You think they learned to speak? No, they've just been screaming this entire time. There's no way. I don't know if I trust it. What is your name?"
My name is Cairn of the Smiths.
"Someone else over there say something. You didn't come alone, did you?"
No, I have a group with me.
Oh, I'm here.
He's not alone.
"And who are you?"
Don't trust him, he's a devil.
See, I knew it. I told you. They are devils. Now,
Who is the
joking.
chick's name outside?
Which one, Yarrow?
Yarrow?
Yeah.
The in blue?
Yeah, that's Yarrow.
I'm knocking on the window at the front
Yarrow?
side to let them know they can come in at this point.
Yarrow.
Yarrow sent us in here to excavate.
Should we believe them? We're hearing multiple voices. They have no reason to lie. Fine. Stand clear of the door, and we shall open it for you. But you may not enter until we allow you to. Deal?
Sure, we're just in here to save you.
All right. You can hear them slowly moving things away. And as you shout outside, Ethics, you can hear like, "Oh, thank God, let's see what we can do." And they begin to slowly peel the boards away from the front door. It seems that the two brothers are working on it. It'll definitely take them a second, though. They board the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Let me see how-
The
And
door
I'm gonna
down
turn to the
here.
group and be like, man, you'd think they'd be more happy that we're here instead of being questioning.
People, never grateful. That's why I just steal things. Much easier.
Very true.
So this door is also boarded up, right?
Yes, but less so. It's not quite as boarded as the rest. You, if given time, you
Yeah.
could very easily.
I'm just gonna put something in front of it just to make sure.
Fair enough.
Something heavy.
You know how if you hover over a character token, they like pop up in the left hand corner?
Yes.
Well, my screen was like over enough to where the black room is like in the majority of my left of my screen, and as Ethics walked up to the door, like my cursor went over the big goblin or the goblin, so the goblin popped up in the left hand corner. I thought there was a ginormous goblin in there. I was like, ah!
Oh. Alrighty. As you begin to further barricade the door, it seems the one to the north is primarily open, and they swing it open for you, and you're met with one of the lizard nobles. Beyond the way, let's see here, you can see that the room, from the entryway at least, is split and divided by, it looks to be about like 3 sections. There's like wooden dividers and whatnot. It's really small though. And there's various purple sheets and rugs that are pinned to the walls and the ceiling, and kind of, they're trying to make this room look as fancy as possible with what little they have. And the noble up front, chin high, says, "And what do you wish of his majesty?"
Well, we were trying to get you safely out of this building as we continue getting rid of the infestation.
Don't forget to ask for a reward.
"And how many people have you brought with you?"
Enough.
Excellent. Well, if you wish to discuss with our lord, the suzerain, you're more than welcome to come in, but please do stow your weapons. You're amongst royalty.
Rolls eyes.
Sure.
Right, they kind of part to allow you in, if you wish. Who was all entering this?
To take a step back route.
Is anyone else entering the top room?
Yeah, I'll come in.
All right. And as I mentioned, you all kind of mosey on in. They move some of the sections about, and to the back of the room, you see their king, the suzerain Shizkatop, and surrounded by various nobles. They all have varying scale colors, but the suzerain specifically is gold-scaled, wearing a purple robe.
How long have you been on this island?
The suzerain looks down to you and adjusts their golden tiara and says, "For longer than I wish. What brings you here precisely?"
Well, like you, we are all stuck on this god-forsaken land, and obviously we want off, so the best way is to get to the person that locked themselves in here.
Are you here to rescue and serve the court?
I'm here for answers, and I'm here to figure out, or we're here to figure out, why one of your own have locked themselves in here with these beasts.
We did not want to die. We've been here holding a meeting, and well, they all went crazy. So we locked ourselves in here for safekeeping.
Crazy in what way?
They motion outside.
Did those small creatures seem as if they wished to speak with you?
No.
No.
Indeed, they had no etiquette whatsoever. We attempted to speak with one, and it took one of my very few dwindling servants here. That cannot stand, so of course
Are
we
none
locked
of you
ourselves.
warriors?
Or we can fight, but it is not our part to fight.
If you can fight, why did you not get rid of them? They were easy.
He waves his hands like,
It is below me. We have people for you like that, yes?
I serve no man
Fortunately,
He isn't technically a man.
I am not a man.
or creature.
All the same,
I
s-
want what everybody on this island wants, and it's off.
Hmm.
If you are going to help, then that will aid us. If not, we will go about our ways. But we are trying to do the nice thing and helping you leave.
well, I do quite appreciate you assisting us. And I'll be respectful for our saviors. You do not need to bow. I will not request that of you in the presence of royalty. But
Oh, how generous.
I do think, well, quite beneficial to your party if I were to bequeath you with a title granted by the suzerain that quite means, well, much.
And what
Whom?
title would that be?
Ah, what title, what title? What you all think? And they all kind of, stroke their chins and like, what's it? Ah, the protectors of the Pink Palace, yes?
Hard pass.
Hmm. We
I'm
can
gonna stick-
workshop it.
I'll stick my head in. Doesn't the title usually come with land?
We could, of course, give you land, yes.
Not
On this
time,
tiny
by the way.
island?
Well, what's her name? Cruz, whatever her name is, the artificer, the woman in the workshop. She doesn't seem to be around anymore. How about I bequeath you her room? She was always stirring up trouble. Would that suffice?
Honestly, there might be some notes down there.
Indeed. It's at least 1/8
We'll
of the
find it
island.
and come back to you and let you know.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Do get comfortable. You are going to be here for some time, so clean up the place, do as you will with her quarters. Like I said, I don't expect to see her again anytime soon. If you're done, you may depart now. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Farewell.
indeed, indeed. And they all
Bang
kind
on this door.
they
Is this door
seemingly
open yet? I'm getting sick of
all-
these people.
they seemingly all go back to whatever trivial conversation they were having. It's mostly just gossip and rumors and things of that nature. One of them closes the door behind you, so you can sort of hear muffled conversation. They don't seem too interested as to what just happened, weirdly enough. And after that time, both Edric and Milo are able to finish peeling off all the boards, and they kind of swing the doors open and look around a bit and go, "Whoa, nasty little shit on the floor there. Did you kill him?"
Yes, oh thank God, freedom.
He walks over and gives it a kick. Gross.
Gross. Ah.
You can hear some banging coming from that location, Cain, and they look over there and say, "Oh, that's the workshop. That's, I believe, where cruisers are and where the little beasties came from."
So the big beastie's still in there, yeah?
What big beastie?
Was that a secret?
Oh, see.
Or did
How
you
many-
just not know that there was a big beastie?
I mean, there's just more of these little shits in there, right?
Yeah, but there was a big beastie.
The brothers look to each other and kind of go, not to my knowledge, no. That's new to me.
How did you describe it, GM?
Basically a massive, like, flesh homunculi.
So, like, homunculi /
A bunch of these smaller ones.
Frankenstein
together.
style creature?
They both kind of give you an look. Say, are you sure it wasn't the goblin?
I Yeah, it was quite large.
He's a pretty big, ugly bastard. It might have been him.
Did he have, random parts attached to him?
They're like both legitimately thinking. I mean, he's got 2 arms and a head.
Well,
How random are we talking?
I think he's got a little bit more than that.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
sorta. Is he multiplying? Nasty bastard. Maybe he'll like fuse with the little ones.
Ooh,
Gross. I never liked him.
nasty. Just
both-
my style.
They're both nodding along. Like, yeah, that's definitely it.
Right. And I guess we
Let's
don't
go
get
in there,
anything.
Cain. What was that? The way the little ghost face just separated and went into the ether.
I'm sending them
Stop.
away. I'm sending them away.
That looks so funny.
You said
Oh.
this one's boarded up.
When I add the debuff, you mean?
mean, I just boarded it up, yeah.
When they die and it like floats,
Yeah. It's a new feature they added.
like their soul departs from their body.
I could probably like make a custom emote that says something like something along those lines. It just says a random word that floats away.
Or like Windows log off sound.
I could actually make a macro that would play the Windows log off sound when things die.
God, please,
Oh, God.
please
I don't-
do that.
I don't think I'm smart enough to do that, but I could definitely try. But yes, Kane, this room is indeed locked. It's boarded up, and Ethics boarded it further. This is where most of the banging
I
comes
just
from.
dragged something heavy in front of it, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, when I say boarded, I more so mean there's just shit pushed in front of it. Nothing's hitting against this door. It just, boarded up further.
Ethics, work your magic and unlock the door.
My magics.
Yeah, your spindly, windly fingers.
What was that supposed to mean? Never mind.
The two brothers look to you and say,
Drag
"Oh,
things away.
you thinking of going back there?"
Well,
Of
definitely
course,
more
we're
than-
on a mission, are we not?
All right. We'll be outside. The door won't be completely locked, but we will be closing it. I'm a bit too drunk to
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
if you catch my
Before
drift.
you go out, make sure to take anything out you need, like beds. I don't know.
Edric kind of has his face like squished between the two doors, and he just kind of nods and then slowly closes them. And then you can hear them just kind of laughing to each other. And they dragged some of the wood and such out, and you can hear a bunch of conversation outside. They're all like, oh, they actually managed to kill him, and you hear like a cheer and whatnot. And they're all discussing like, oh, cool, good thing we waited and did nothing.
Gotta love useless people.
I
Alrighty,
don't have anything worth stealing either.
Still
moving
want that
about.
Warhammer.
Moving about, you do indeed hear more banging in the back and some shuffling, but you're able to pretty much undo this door relatively quick. Like I said, it wasn't really held closed too tightly. Seems very last second.
I mean, I'm gonna peek through the keyhole if it has any, at least.
There is a keyhole, but there's not too much light in here besides what comes from the brain fart chimney. And from what you can
Yes.
see,
I can
Is-
see nothing in there.
effectively what Gru would describe. You can see one figure shuffling back and forth from a southern room to... It's difficult to actually get the angle properly, but there's something big in the corner, not slamming as frequently as it was before, but still frequently enough to be concerning.
Can I slowly creak the door open?
Yeah, definitely. As you do that and take a look to the back,
Yeah,
you see
that's big.
various tools, workbenches, and materials that are strewn about the room. When I say strewn, I mean a tornado in through here. Just absolutely just destroyed everything. You see two of the little monkey boys that are just pushing flesh onto the back of this thing. And they're like, ooh. You see a table in which this larger thing was probably lying at some point in time. And there's one from the south coming north, going in and then exiting a room. And it's adding to this pivering pile of flesh.
Should I take them out?
Quivering
Can
pile of flesh.
can I summon a snowstorm in this room?
Ooh.
You very much can. What are you attempting to accomplish with that?
Either try to slow them down or freeze them out.
Can I do some seawater to make it freeze faster? Or ice it up?
Okay.
Or does the salt and seawater not freeze?
No. Unless it's minus 30 degrees or something.
It'll definitely freeze, yeah. Because what's
That's
the
very cold on that.
I mean it says okay. So I don't think you can control weather indoors. It says you can alter the type of weather. There's no weather indoors.
Oh. Hey, that's not true.
I mean,
Weather
you
is
can try
air.
walking
Yeah.
inside, and that's technically atmosphere, but yes.
Can I change the temperature of the air inside this room?
You could try walking out into the big storm and see if you can alter it.
I will say you can. Okay, so you can alter the weather, but it's going to be every room connected, not just this room. So if this door is open, the weather's going to eke into this room too.
Oh, we're all gonna freeze to death.
Also, you can't make it cold enough to like freeze. Okay, so let me be clear. If you're trying to freeze them into blocks, they can't move. That's physically
No, I'm not
impossible.
trying to do that.
Okay,
I'm trying
okay.
to just like
If you're trying to
make it
annoy
like
them,
yeah,
that's
trying to
perfectly
just like
acceptable.
give them a disadvantage-ish.
Yeah, but you will have a disadvantage too. So everyone in the room in this room will have disadvantage on whatever you're thinking of. So yeah, basically it'll be cold for everybody. But yeah, sure, I'll say you can do that. It'll be distracting enough to for them to maybe focus on that.
Nah, I'm good. I'll
Okay.
figure it out. I'll figure
Okay.
something else out.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want me to slingshot the little guys?
What?
Dude, what?
Should I slingshot the little guys?
I mean,
To get him over here.
Mention.
Yeah, two of them seem completely distracted. They don't hear you open the door or anything. The other one is just kind of brainlessly moving south, the north, south,
If
the north.
they're distracted, why not just
Can
take
I
them out?
slowly walk into the doorstep?
And we
Yeah.
could wait for the one at the bottom to go into the other room and then follow him in.
What is this pink stuff?
That is a 15-foot diameter hole that is open to the sea surface. You can't see the sea from here, but it's basically a hole in the corner. You need to get a bit closer to see exactly what's going on over there. You might gain the attention of these guys if you wish to go over there. I'll ask for a dex check to see if not the big one will see you, but the smaller ones. If you guys wish to time moving to the southern room, I'll probably ask. I'll ask all of you for a dex check, and I'll say only 2 of you need to succeed to actually get back there. And I'll say your whole group can kind of move together if we're trying to sneak to the back room. But when you guys move in, the big one does not notice you at all. He's just slamming on this door. It's seemingly made of both wood and mostly metal, which is probably why you can't get in. It's starting to bend, though. He's starting to get in there.
And this one,
He's just going south, grabbing flesh, and coming back up and putting it in a pile.
oh, he's going through that door?
Yep, he goes down here, grabs some stuff. He takes some time in there, by the way. Then he moves back north. He adds to the flesh pile, and then he leaves again.
All right, I want to slowly go to this door.
Sure. Is everyone following, or just Cairn?
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone roll me dex. Only 2 of you need to succeed.
Well, shit.
I see 2 successes. I see 3 successes, actually. All right. And are you guys trying to time this so he's inside the room when you guys get there?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let me quickly describe as you guys are moving about a few things. So the door is very much open. One more bit with this room specifically. In the upper corner, when you guys looked, you saw a few what looked like maybe some form of a suit. Really, really interesting. Difficult to describe. You might need to get closer to actually look at it. You also see what might pass off as some form of like traversal device, maybe meant for water. Once again, difficult to tell. But it's primarily in that upper right-hand corner. You need to get closer to actually look at it. Moving south now, into this room, you seem to come across a storage chamber. Upon looking in, you notice he's taking his time in here because this is not well organized. It is cramped and very maze-like, filled with tons of looming shelves that come all the way up to the ceiling. There's various mechanical parts. This is 100% the storage chamber to someone who enjoyed tinkering with various bits and whatnot. You can hear it, but also something else shifting about. And they're not speaking to each other. At least not initially. You kind of hear those like, "Ah, ah," and then you hear what comes off as a voice, but it's very muted. You can't make out the words, but it's definitely not the chippering and like of these little guys. So with how crowded this place is, y'all can probably move around here pretty stealthily and like get through.
All right.
Who is Pip again?
Pip is the
Servant of the.
correct. The lab
Artificer.
assistant. The lab assistant to Kuz, who is missing.
Am I able to pop this one?
We'll say you kind of see him moving to the back, and he disappears around a corner. So you guys can't see anything back here. I know the room's relatively small, but it's seemingly somewhat larger than this. So if you guys want to move in and like follow, like I said, you all succeeded, so you guys can get on in there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Is our intent to like sneak up on him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in last and close the door, as I slowly choke.
I say, you're
Oh
good.
God!
You're good?
Yeah, something went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, I love it. You said you're closing the door?
Yeah.
Okay. As you slowly close the door, they once again don't really seem to notice. And more... what's the sound exactly? Sounds like cutting? You guys kind of look around the corner, and you see one of these homunculi, except it's larger than the others, and it's wearing a white lab coat, and it's directing the other two to pull the body parts off of this corpse in the corner. And you see there's like a pile of corpses. One of them is a lizard folk.
Can I just say that they have terrible technique?
It's
Like,
It's not
coming
great.
from a professional butcher, they should really work on that.
It's not great.
I
You can-
immediately attack them. I'm just kidding.
So you see what is probably Pip, and he's directing the two smaller monkey-like ones to like strip the flesh off of these various bodies. And you can tell that
Jeez.
it's probably going to move to the north and leave back to that main room. If you guys want to hide, you very much can, but it's gonna leave in a second.
Are we trying to kill these guys or what?
I mean, it's probably easier if we kill him, right?
Yeah, and plus we don't want to leave these things alive anyways.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. And they've got bad technique.
I want to wait for one and then try to grab my bow off of my crossbow and just like drive it into his neck.
Your
Do you
arrow?
want to try to restrain the big guy, or do you want to take him out as well?
Can I
Pip?
can I use
Pip,
my
yeah.
grappling hook to
Like
tie
try
up
to
his
talk to
feet?
Pip.
Basically, see what his plan was here, because apparently he is in control of the situation. So
I mean, we can see if he can even talk.
He can. He's been talking. He's directing them on what parts to take off.
Okay. Well, I'd say let's take out the small ones first.
You have two in your sight. One's about to get to going. Are you guys going to attack it while it's still pulling the flesh off of the body, or
No, when it comes back.
it begins to sort of hobble on its way back and it's like it's moving back to the door, and as it turns the corner, it's about to run into
executed.
all's y'all executed with impunity. All right.
Whoa.
I know, huh? All right, with that. Oh my god. Okay. You strike it, Cain, but as you stab it, it kind of looks at you and drops the flesh and just like, "Ah!" and then goes to slash out at you, as it did not instantly pass out. How much armor do you have, good friend?
I have my helmet and my body armor, so 2, I guess.
2, all right. Well, he only does 1 damage with his scratch, and as he like tries to jump out at you, his claws just bounce off your armor. You see this thing going for Cain. Who's closest that wishes to react?
I will.
Okay, what are you doing?
Slingshot.
Go for it.
I feel like I gave myself a stronger weapon and I didn't. It's not here anymore, but I don't know.
3 is
All right.
completely respectable.
Very much so. You whomp this thing in the back of the head, and it just like, and then just like falls over, knocked out completely.
Can I throw my javelin at one of them?
So the other ones are hiding around the corner. Are you kind of watching Pip and his little assistant?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Go for it.
Should I move my character down
Perfectly fine, yeah.
to here?
Yeah, sure. All right. Hucking your javelin. Oh my god. 7 damage at the other servant. I am rolling constant 20s in this game. That's bad.
Oh my god.
That's very bad in this game. That's a critical failure.
Oh my god. What happens with a critical failure? I forget.
Not great things. So as with the other one, this one is pinned to the wall through its side, and it kind of like sputters a few times while reaching out, and it just like, and it looks to Pip and just stuck to the wall, and Pip quickly whips around, looking to you, Grunwood. And you guys can tell that the 2 that were back here assisting Pip are dead, and instantly puts his hands up and goes,
Pathetic.
What is your plan here, Pip?
Oh, who are you?
My name does not concern you.
Where are you? Do you know Kuz?
Yes,
Were you a friend?
sure.
Were you?
his hands are like up, but he's looking around. Do the 4 of you have him?
The monster in the other room.
Do the 4 of you have him surrounded, or just Grunwood and Cain?
I'm definitely surrounding.
So he's looking around and be like, all right, I'm not gonna, his hands are up like, I'm not gonna fight. He even like opens his coat, like I don't have anything on me. Like he has a few like scalpels and such, but you know.
Me. I was making something for Kuz. I was helping.
Mm,
You
Who is this?
made that monster.
Yes, she made me, and I didn't want to be alone. I made a friend.
Aww. 2 very different awes there, but
And how do you get rid of this monster?
Why would you want to get rid of it? He's my friend.
We need in that door back behind it.
Oh,
And it's also kind of, killing everyone on this island.
is it?
What do you think
You
is
did make
getting
a-
all of those corpses?
They just got here?
Right.
You made a ginormous monster of a beast that's killing things, and you don't think it's going to kill anything?
It's almost done. Was he trying to talk to Gokar?
Lesser talk, more rip apart, I guess.
Oh. And he gives a look of like, how long have I been doing this for? Like, he's just kind of thinking of like, huh.
When you say big, how big you mean?
Have
Did
you
it
not
reach
been
his-
in the other room?
Shakes his head no.
That's very responsible.
Did you say he had weapons on him?
No, nothing. He has like small scalpels and such. And then he looks at you and says,
I'm sorry. Kuz said she was trying to leave the island and had a plan, and I got scared. She needs me here, but if she leaves, she might not take me with. The others look at me like I'm...
She is controlling your mind. She does not care about you.
She's using me?
Indeed.
he isn't sure how to feel about that. He's kind of just staring off into space, like thinking.
Hmm.
I mean, according to the guys outside, Goose hasn't been around for a few days now.
He slowly nods at that.
Any idea where she went? I mean, I assume down the hole, but, you know.
Out of game character question, whatever.
Yeah.
Goose is the person that we're looking for, right? That devised the plan to
Right,
get off the
yes.
island.
Let me see real quick. Also, looking around here, you guys can tell that there was a bed and many personal effects from Kuz. You're actually closer to them. Grunwood, there's like a journal, as I mentioned, her bed. There's like shelves of rubber tubings, a whole bunch of just like things stuck to the wall that she was in the process of working on, but hasn't necessarily finished. And he's primarily trying to work out in his head like, shit, huh?
And where did these beasts, these small little minions, come from?
They're helping me with the larger one. They tend to fall off and just kind of make their own, and well, I can make other small ones if I need
You
them.
do know they attack people, right?
He looks to the two dead ones and says,
Do they? You seemingly killed them. They didn't do anything. They were helping me.
They were attacking everybody out there. That's why we're in here, to eliminate all of you.
his shoulders kind of slump and he looks sad at that.
Oh, I messed up again.
And he just looks sad.
Aw. A little weird one.
Your sadness is none of my concern. Get out there and get rid of this big monster, or we will take it out.
I'm not sure I can, but, well, are you sure it's hurting people?
Yes.
I mean, have we seen any, like, dead people or blood, like, along the way?
Not necessarily. It looks as if it just kind of escaped, but the rage that it's exhibiting is not normal, to put it lightly.
It's overtly aggressive.
Yeah, incredibly so. Pip looks at each of you and says,
I'll stop. I won't make any more.
and then begins to walk by you all and creaks the door open and looks at it, just kind of banging against the wall. And he's kind of taking into like, yep, that's not great. Okay. And he says,
I can possibly help. I can't fight it, but it's weak to something.
What is it weak to?
Well, you all seemingly have many weapons. You can definitely hurt it. But me and my kind were rather adverse to fire.
That's
We
easy.
can't just burn down the house, can we?
Where's our companion with the hawk guy?
regardless where you guys are, he's probably following you, yeah.
Oh, he had my torches. I want a torch. Give me my torch.
We'll say you're able to light a torch and kind of hold on to it. And the hawk
What are
is
you
just,
doing, man? Just set your bolts on fire.
chilling.
Fire bad.
And
Do you want to fight here in this cramped room?
Is there? You said there's a bed in here, right?
there's a lot of wood and just a lot of stuff back in this room here. It is clearly where Cruz was staying.
I'm gonna grab a piece of the fabric from the bed and tie it around one of my bolts of my arrow and light it on fire.
Okay.
I want to shoot the big guy.
All right. While he's doing that, the two little ones look as if they're running out of quivering flesh pile. And, well, they're not very happy about that. So they're probably going to be active relatively soon. If you guys wish to kind of get into position and prepare to
I'm
fight.
getting in position next to this door.
That's fair. You can see that Kane's readying himself, and Pip kind of looks to you, Kane. He says,
I'm sorry. I just didn't want to be alone. Can you tell Goose when you find her that I'm sorry?
I lean over to Pip.
If you value your life, you will stay in this room.
I lean back and I look at Pip and I'm like, it's fine. I'll be your friend.
he smiles widely at that, and his teeth are all types of messed up.
We'll get you a dentist. It's fine.
Doesn't know what that is, and just goes, okay.
But you have to promise not to make any more friends like that.
He nods and promises you he will not make any more, and you can tell he's being serious. It seems he's had a change of heart. He basically didn't realize what he was doing.
All right.
You are gonna have
I
to
give him a
explain
fist bump,
this
and then I
to
get in
the people
position.
outside, though.
Okay, he fist bumps and then goes to crawl into her bed and just kind of lays there. All right, Payne, you are preparing fire arrows, you said?
Si, senor.
I will say you can prepare... Okay, you can do this. You can prepare a fire arrow like every other turn. So prepare, shoot, prepare, shoot, prepare, shoot. If someone wants to help you with that, we can do that, and you can shoot every turn. We just need someone to prepare the fire arrow to have like appropriately do damage. And when you shoot it, it'll do 1d12 damage.
I assume we don't have like any oil or anything, right? Or in this room, maybe?
I don't think so. There probably is in this room, but you need to like quickly run over to go grab something. There might be something in the back room. It'll take a little time to, schmooze.
Yeah, maybe there's any oil lantern or something around there. Who
Yeah,
knows?
definitely. Okay. We'll say while you're looking for that, Ethics, you definitely, I'll say you definitely found some oil. She was working with various things in this back room. There would definitely be some oil. So yeah.
Alright, I'll just get ready to throw that on him, I guess.
And Morgan, what are you doing?
Morquid?
I'm just gonna sling ready.
Greenwood, what about you? You have your spear. What's your plan? Greenwood, and an N, I'm sorry. Basically just pre-positioning.
Yeah. Well, I am where I want to be.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I don't really have much I can do to prepare. It's just a javelin.
All right, sounds good. Who wants to act first? Do you want to throw the oil first, Ethics?
It might be the best bet, yeah.
I'll give you an option. You can run into melee range and fully succeed, or throw it from across the room, but you'll need to succeed on dexterity.
If you throw that, then maybe my fire will ignite it more.
Yeah, it'll be very helpful.
How good is your
how
dex?
close? It's decent.
You need to be close enough that they're going. So basically, I'm gonna when we act, I'll let all of you act first because this thing is so distracted. It's still hitting the wall. So all 4 of you will act before the 3 of them get to go.
Do I
You'll
need to
need-
be like within 5 feet, or can I be 10 feet away or something?
Like 10 feet away. Yeah.
Like, can I be behind this, whatever the hell this is?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's basically the table it was restrained on.
Yeah, sure, I'll throw it from there, I guess.
Okay, sure. So you get relatively close, and you just kind of huck this glass of oil at the large creature. And as you guys get closer and closer to it, the many mouths on its back are all like attempting to speak, and they're all just kind of screaming in like random languages, random phrases, all at the same time. The closer we get, it is just like a vortex of just madness. This thing just doesn't make any sense. And you chuck one of them, it like bounces off one of the mouths and then shatters onto its back, just covering it in oil. And they just start screaming like, intruder, intruder, intruder. And it doesn't fully notice. It's still like punching and like kind of turning its head while it's still punching at you guys, but it hasn't fully turned its head. And the 2 that are like packing the flesh on kind of notice, and they begin to turn, but haven't done anything just yet. Mr. Man, with your fire arrows, like I said, go ahead and roll me a d12 for damage instead of what you were going to roll before. Alrighty,
Doesn't help
excellent.
much.
No, but surprise, surprise, this is going to do double damage, so it's actually 6 damage.
I
As
should
it's
have rolled my d8.
well, I mean, d12s are better.
No, no.
It's a bigger number. It just ignites its back and it just screams out in pain and slams the ground, very much aware of all of you. And it's going to charge you in just a moment, except Gruid and Morgan, you guys attacked first.
I'm gonna attempt to strike it.
Okay, are you throwing your spear or running in to hit somebody?
Running into it.
Okay, be it.
Because it's the only thing I have. I don't wanna.
Weren't there any butcher knives back in the room?
Yeah.
There were various knives and holy
Cool.
shit! I would say there are various knives and things of that nature that you definitely could have hucked from across the room if you wish. But that's 10 mother effing damage on this bad boy.
I'm hitting one of the little ones.
Okay,
It's so funny, like, 3 is such a small damage, but that's like almost like the best you can roll with a 1d4.
It is definitely very good. So
I mean,
you
you
can
don't have a lot of health or armor either, so...
correct. In a single blow, Grunwid, you impale this little shit and just fling him off your spear, and he's instantly dead. You shooting for the other one, Morwin?
Yeah.
All right. That is, what, 3 damage?
Mhm.
All right, excellent. That is all of its HP as you plonk, flock it in the head, and it just kind of like looks at you and goes, and now, seemingly quite angry, the enemies are going to move towards you. Moving over the small homunculus, the large one kind of smashes into it, and as he does, Oh, shit. He's going to regenerate 4 of his armor, effectively. Not armor, sorry, HP. As it just kind of sleuths up the side of his body, and he absorbs it. And as he does... as he does, we'll say first this little one's going to run across and try to attack you, Grunwood. For 2. How much armor you got, Grunwood?
How much armor?
Yeah, how much armor do you have in your character sheet?
Just a 2.
Just a 2. Perfect. All right. That is just thick enough to completely block this creature's attack. It attempts to jump up and get you, but he's unable to do so. Seemingly mostly unaware of the little creature in front of him, the big boy moves in and he just like swings his arm and he knocks the table out of the way.
Oh,
Swinging
God.
at both Gruid and Ethics.
Break it, bitch.
Can I dodge?
That's nothing.
All right. Fortunately, neither of you take any damage as the table takes most of it but goes hurtling across the room and smashes into the wall, exploding. Looking at all of you, the creature just reels back and just roars again. Just completely blind anger. All right, who's up?
As he slaps the table away, I'm immediately shooting it in the face.
All right, go for it.
Damn, 2 entire damage.
All right, as you stick this thing, the arrow just sticks into its fatty layer, and it looks towards you, seemingly have taken no damage at all, and just sneers at you, just like all of its mouths, just...
Okay, then. Move.
There. All right, Gruid, considering you're in melee range, what are you doing?
I
Remember?
move back.
There are no opportunity attacks in this game.
There are no opportunity attacks.
Correct. Your attack is your attack, that's it.
I'm going to get slightly out of range then.
Okay. Are you stabbing with your spear and then moving, or what you doing?
Stabbing with my spear and
Okay.
then moving back.
Sure.
So I would roll damage again.
Correct. Who are you aiming at?
Big guy.
Big guy, 9 damage. Oh my god, alrighty.
Damn.
He does have some armor, so he'll absorb 2 of that, but as you...
roll below 8.
Hey, keep it up. You're rolling really good on this spear, holy shit. You stick him, and he tries to grab at it, but on the way out, you like sever a couple of his fingers, and he looks at him and goes... "Rrr!" And seems
Nice.
incredibly frustrated. You're able to scatter away if you wish.
Yeah, I'm
Alrighty.
gonna whoop whoop whoop.
Good thing. Cain, what are you doing?
Fire arrow.
Okay, so you'll need help preparing the next fire arrow. Morgan, do you want to help with that, or...
Sure.
So you and Morgan kind of work together. You guys get another fire arrow prepared. And Cain, she hands it over to you, and you're ready to fire off another one. Roll me a d12. Excellent. All right, that'll be all of his armor. His HP, sorry. Okay, give me a second. I have to do math. I hate doing math. Already, the fire rips across this creature as it just howls out in pain. And he will have 2 chances to resist this. He'll take the first one. Very clearly in pain. You've pushed past all of its HP, and you've moved into its actual strength value now, and it's holding tight and like...
Nice.
Trying its absolute hardest to just not pass out, and as it charges towards now Cain and Gruid, it just crushes the little guy in front of it. And he'll heal again, as you see his flesh starting to like pull and whir back together, and he will just absolutely charge towards the 2 of you. Alrighty, both Gruid and Cain, that's 6 damage. So, Gruid, you said you have 2 armor, right?
Yeah, and that would take out all my HP though.
Okay.
Even
So-
with the 2 armor.
Right. So you can actually do this from your actual character. If you right-click your character, you can see you have the 13 and the 3.
Mhm.
So, minus 2, that's going to be a total of 4 damage. So, take out 3 from your HP.
So I'm
which
at
should-
0.
That should be 0, correct?
And now I'm at 12 out of 13 strength.
Correct. So go ahead and subtract 1 from strength, which should leave you at 12, and then you need to roll for strength. And we're trying to get above that number. All right, excellent. You do not pass out, Gruid, as the creature strikes you, and the same applies for you, Cain. You have 2 armor as well, so you'll also be taking 4. So subtract 3 from your HP, and then 1 from your...
0.
And then 1 from your strength, and then roll. Excellent. Both of you hold strong! You are not passing out today. And the creature roars in defiance of the 2 of you, seeing that neither of you were knocked out. It is hungry now. All right, Ethics, seeing that you're the furthest and the most profitable position, what do you do?
I guess I'll just shoot it at this point.
Sounds good.
It's close enough to death, and I can't roll another 2, right? Sure.
You can't. Oh, I mean, now that you said it.
It's not a 2. Oh, yeah.
It's not a 2, you're right. Your arrow sticks in one of his eyes and just seemingly completely ignores it. It doesn't even turn to you.
I'll screw you too then.
All right, Guru, what you doing?
Well, I'm gonna. Oh God, I'm gonna try hitting it with the javelin again, and then I'm gonna run away.
All right, go for it.
My
All right.
worst yet.
That is still
And then I'm
indeed
gonna run.
2 damage. It does not pierce through its HP, but you have definitely hurt it. Go ahead and run to where you want, and then Cain and Morgwin, are we doing the same thing as before?
Yeah.
All right, Morgwin preparing the fire arrow, Cain getting ready to fire. If you wish to move first before you shoot, you're more welcome to do so. You can see him from, if you want to run across the room, you can definitely do that. If you want to be near, you can definitely do that too.
Can I shoot it now?
Yeah, definitely go for it. You skirt
Close
around.
the door.
You skirt around the floor and kind of like fling around the side. All right, that's going to be as the fire just washes over his body. He's like ripping the flesh off his back and throwing to the floor as it just sloughs off him. He's just screaming in pain, all these voices all at once. All right, so that'll be 10 minus 2, so 8. So that's all of his HP. So, oh my god. He only has 7 strength left. That leaves him with 1 strength, meaning he has a 1 in 20 chance to survive this. Nope! Oh, wait. He gets 2. He gets 2. Okay, no. Alrighty. Cain with this shot. More fire just washes over his body. He's just screaming and screaming and screaming and attempting to pull the rotting and burning flesh off his body. And almost like a machine just out of batteries, he kind of just bangs up against the wall, then bangs up against something else, twirls his arms in place, seemingly swinging at nothing, and just kind of and just slams against the wall one last time and starts sliding down it. Not completely dead, but out of the fight and entirely unconscious.
Yo.
See, easy, not a scratch, and I walk out.
I barely did anything.
You enabled Cain to do double fire damage.
That works, I guess.
All right, now that we're all allowed a breather, if you guys see on your character sheet, you have the rest button. Do not push restore abilities. Push the rest button, and that should increase your HP to full. Or you can manually.
Say it again.
On your character sheet, you can do one of 2 things. You can increase your HP back to full, or you can click the rest button, and the rest will bring you back up to full HP, since we're out of the fight now. Green bar go up. All right, looking about the room, the creature is, like I said, not dead, but seemingly out of the fight, just kind of squished up against the back wall, and you guys have full access to this room now.
So you said
All
something
right,
about
well,
armor.
What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's over here?
Yeah, what's this?
I'm going
Alright.
straight for the armor.
Now that you guys are able to kind of meander on through the workshop and give it a nice...
I jump into the hole. I'm just kidding. I don't
solid
actually
look.
do that.
Do it.
Looking near the hole, like I mentioned, you can see there's a 15-foot diameter open. It's a hatch that's currently open, and it leads down to the sea surface. Above this is a very large winch with a very thick metal chain that would be holding on to something, but it's seemingly been cut. There's a huge set of bolt cutters off to the side, and the chain very clearly was severed by this. We're not really entirely sure when, but this indeed did happen. And there's a display near this winch that says whatever the thing down is was deployed 11 miles down.
Whoa.
So the chain got to 11 miles before it got cut.
Yeah, that is a very heavy chain, by the way.
Got some oomph to it. And then looking about,
Much would 11 miles of chain even weigh?
that's a great
Dear
question.
God.
Also,
Like,
You-
even those
you-
ship chains that go like 100 feet are a few tons.
you're saying that the chain is down the hole, right?
Yeah, so this chain, there's a chain that's going into the water, except it looked like it was severed. So the chain just hanging in front of you guys. The indicator tells you that before it was severed, it was at 11 miles. So this thing clearly fell away. Or whatever happened to it.
It's a little alarming.
Yeah. At least now we know where that ooze guy went. Goose?
And then looking next to the indicator, that tells you how far it was, there also seems to be a telegraph machine. It looks as if it was meant for communication for the upward parties to whoever is in the bathysphere, or whatever was meant to go underwater. The machine, the thing. Next to this display in the upper right-hand corner of this room, you guys see suits that are comprised of various leathers and skins and such, of just all types of varying qualities. It looks like this is a hodgepodge of whatever they could possibly find that somehow landed in this plane of existence. But we know that they are indeed diving suits. And there's enough for everybody. There's even a small bird-sized one, weirdly enough.
You want us to go down a hole that went 11 miles?
Sounds like a fun time to me.
It's in this room.
There's also some vessels that are next to it, and I'll say upon poking it, you guys realize that they're full of oxygen. They kind of when you poke it.
This thing right here.
How much oxygen?
Pretty good amount. I don't know if you're technologically inclined, but it seems a pretty fair amount. And then let's see, next to I say where you're looking, Cain, there are. This sounds silly. How do I describe this? Let's say it's using the word scooter, so I'm going to say it's a scooter. That's what it is. There's 4.
Yips.
Each of them has a cube of smooth mirror-like materials as an engine. The rest of the mechanism seems to be cobbled together. The engine itself contains some flickering light, but it's like a dark light. It's really interesting. It doesn't actually exhibit any, like, it's not letting off any light, but it looks like kind of like a dark fire. It's very intriguing to gaze upon. And it looks as if it needs to be charged here. It's like ported into something in the wall that's also like faintly glowing. And whatever they are, they currently seem fully charged. And they're kind of humming as you get close to them. They look as if they are to be deployed underwater and kind of just let you scoot.
Enough for all of us?
There are 4. If Urgal is going to piggyback on one of you, he can definitely do that.
But
That's
what about
my
this
buddy.
door, though?
The
That's where
door.
the hobgoblin is, huh?
Mm-hmm. The door to the north there, like I mentioned, is... Where's the description of the door? It's a big metal door, basically. And it's banged to absolute shit.
Can we try opening it?
You can try. Nothing's going to happen.
As in, like, we can't get it open?
I mean, if he couldn't open it, there's no way you could.
Is there a keyhole?
There might have been at one point.
We know there's a door on the other side anyway. Or we can just try talking with him, I guess. I am, however, going to inform Pip that his boss is somewhere at the bottom of the hole and someone cut the chain.
He looks very sad to hear that and kind of cuddles closer in her bed and is kind of like, did you kill the large thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, she might still be alive down there, you know. How do we get down?
Tell Pip he needs to open this door.
Did you see the scooter?
And how do we open the door?
I mean, I don't know if it can be opened now. He was banging on it for quite some time.
Well, while we go down this hole, you need to figure out how to open it for us.
I mean, there's someone in there. You could just ask him to open it. It's only locked because he doesn't want to get killed.
I'm gonna bang on the door.
All right, you bang on the door and it rings out, and you can hear kind of some
Hello?
skittering back there. When you speak out, though, you hear a, hello?
No, she probably
Who's in there?
tell the rest as well.
What's it to you?
Well, we've come here to rescue everybody in here, and we got rid of this foul beast that was banging on your door.
Oh, you've defeated it.
I mean, I am talking to you, am I not?
Haha, most excellent.
You hear some fiddling on this side and kind of a sigh.
I don't believe this door is usable anymore. You can try the side. It's also locked, but we'll let you in.
The side?
Yeah, the side door.
This?
Correct.
To the side.
All right, as you guys head outside, everyone kind of inquires, like, are we good?
Yeah. Do we think someone cut the chain?
I'm gonna
down
knock
into
on the
hole?
door.
They're very like, okay about that. As you knock on the door, Cain, you hear
have
them.
something to tell me?
They come to it very quickly, and they pop it open. Looking at everyone, the emotion is less like we cut it, and it's more of like, that sounds bad. That's probably where Kuz was. That was one of her experiments.
Yes. Yeah, so probably someone trying to kill her. On another note, Pip was left alone for too long and decided to do some weird shit, but he's apparently not evil and crazy. You can deal with it yourself. It's not my business.
The brothers are like, very, very much like, nah, it's definitely the hobgoblin, but okay. They're very unsure. But yes, you guys cannot go through this door here. You'll have to go through the side. If you guys want, I can shortcut your tokens over there.
Yes, please.
All right. The door is indeed unlocked. And as it pops open, you see a small goblin looking up to you. And he goes,
Greetings.
So you were all held up in here while that beast slams on your door.
Correct. He was attempting to murder our king.
And your king's name is?
They point to the back room. You see a rather large hobgoblin resting next to a raft, and he gives you all a quick wave. You can tell that he was injured and is currently, in recovery. His leg is wrapped.
Another king, huh?
Ethics
And what
will-
happened to
side
you?
note, there's a lot of kings on this island, weirdly enough.
Hobgoblin King.
Don't call me a king. They are eccentric.
Well, what is your name then?
My name is Gokar.
Okay, Gokar, what happened to your leg?
Well, I was attacked. I was discussing something with Coos, and, well, it seems her little assistant, pet, whatever wants to refer to him as,
Pip?
Yes, he went mad. He was working on something behind her back for God knows why. It killed one of my men, Sog. God's rest his soul. And, well, we went to hide back here.
You're saying Pip attacked you?
No, the beast did.
I was about to say, I don't see that coward hurting anybody.
No, he's not able to fight. Not to my knowledge, at least. You've secured the place?
And what are these spindly-windly things?
Those are our mushrooms. Looking about, this is not necessarily a room. It's very cave-like in structure. As in just like stones and such growing up, and there's like mushrooms growing up in the background, and you see Glong just kind of like carving off some mushroom and shoving it into his mouth, and he's just nodding like, yeah, it's good, you want some?
No, thank you.
A very musty odor kind of dangles itself your way, and he hands you a chunk of mushroom ethics.
I just stuff it in my mouth.
It's nodding along like, yeah, baby, it's the good shit.
So,
What does it taste
Gokar, what is your plan to get off of this island?
Very springy, spongy, a little acidic, and
It's better than we have at home.
it's got some must to it, but like it ain't that bad. It looks worse than it is. What'd you
I'll
ask him?
offer some to Morgan and...
What's his plan to get off the island?
He pointed to the raft and said, "Well, Coos and I were devising something. This raft here is primarily used for hunting the merfolk. But, well,
Wait, there's a merfolk here as well?
yes, of course, they live down in the waters. It's one of the reasons why it's so difficult to leave. I was discussing something with Coos, maybe a way to protect ourselves upon diving into the waters.
Are you saying we need to take out some merfolk?
I mean, that's what I've been primarily working on. You can do as you will.
And what of the rest of the people on this island?
What about them?
Are you trying to get them off, or are you just trying to leave yourself?
I would like to leave together, regardless of their prejudices against me. I think the alcohol is not helping their impression of me and my people.
They do seem a bit, booze heavy over there.
To be fair, if one drinks from the waters, it does extend your life by approximately a day, I believe. Most of us do not age. The only one that is continuing to age is good old Sober Sam.
What's the one person we're looking for his name again?
Coos?
Coos,
Do you know, or when's the last time you've seen Coos?
Honestly, it was about a day ago. Everything went to shit. Just recently. Things have been mostly fine. Until just, I think it was actually, yes, approximately 2 days.
You don't know where Coos went?
No, like I said, to my knowledge, she was testing her bathysphere. And you said she's not in the workshop?
Well,
That's a
someone
negative.
got the chain of the whatever the hell you called it.
Shit.
So I'm
Well-
pretty sure she's down there.
That would...
Might be able to follow her down if the chain is long enough.
You can definitely try, yes. I believe she left some things behind that your group might be able to take. Unfortunately, I'm still recovering, or otherwise I would join you. And my men will stay with me for reasons to your own health.
You said you're gonna stay behind?
I have to, as I am injured, and I'll leave my 3 men with me for your own safety. They're a little wild. And Long is like, he's running to the wall, doing a flip and like landing on his face, laughing, and then he runs again to another flip, he lands this time, and he goes, yes! And the others try to like cheer, and they try doing it too. They're like parkouring around the room. They're bored.
Yes. I was gonna try opening this door from this side.
Gokar, do you by chance have any spare weapons in this room?
Looking around a bit, he starts kind of like digging through some of the rocks and such, and some of the various bits that he has lying around, and he kind of waves over to Ethics and says, I wouldn't bother with that door, it's completely smashed. That stupid thing, I believe, broke the frame and basically everything around it. Let's see. What do we have back here? Well, when you say weapon, what exactly are you looking?
A sword?
Oh, I have a sword you could use, yes. Will you be the one needing it?
Yes, I would love a sword. I seem to have lost mine when I landed on this island.
A damn shame. Let me grab that for you. And he kind of wriggles about and hands you a sword. It does 1d8 damage. And he hands that on over to you.
Nice.
Says it might be, somewhat in disrepair, but should do you good.
Gwen, do you need a weapon?
Wouldn't hurt to have a second backup. This thing doesn't do much damage.
Oh, what would you like?
Does he have anything?
I have a few things, not too much. You can't be too picky here.
No, just give me something big.
Something big?
Yes, I'll take the anti-material rifle.
Bigger than this little sling, and I'll show it off.
Oh! Do you prefer to attack from ranged or get up in there?
Preferably ranged.
Ugh. Right, let me see what I have. I have a bow, if that's to your fancy.
That will work.
All right. It only comes with a few arrows, but do be careful.
All right.
That and on my last hunt, I did come across something that I cannot currently use, but if you're able to get us out of here, I no longer wish to be on this island. Unlike some folk here, those odd lizard folk, what's he call himself, the Shikaz or something, Souterrain, whatever. He thinks he's the ruler of this island, and hasn't been very helpful with allowing us to leave. But if you can all get us off, let's see. Gruid, go ahead and roll me a d10. He's like, digging around in some... Yeah, he's digging around.
That's a D8, I'm sorry.
You better be sorry. Jesus, how dare you.
Oh, God.
How dare you attempt to roll a d8 in my presence?
I always think that the D8 is the D20 for some reason, so I always click that first. I mean, obviously, I was looking for the D10, but
I do the same thing, don't worry. They look the same. All right.
They look the same.
Digging about, he kind of laughs to himself, says, I found this on my last escapade. And he looks to your group and says, please be careful putting it on. And he holds it to your group, and it seems to be an ornate silver, well, it looks kind of like a dunce cap. So it's pointed.
Ooh,
It's a
real silver.
dunce cap.
Yes. It has like nice filaments like carved into it. It looks really nice, but it's literally just a medium-sized silver dunce cap.
And what is this supposed to do?
To my knowledge, it can protect you. I've tested it once, and let's just say it was difficult to get back. Also difficult to take the damn thing off. Fortunately, I have my men here with me. There's something down there in the waters. Deep in the waters. And it can sense you. This will help it. To my knowledge, it completely passes over you.
You know, that is incredibly specific, and I don't know when I would go in the water.
Just letting you know, if you attempt to go down in there, with all the, bits and bobs you've told me you have.
Did What's-Her-Face have one of those?
Whose?
Yeah.
No, you see, I attempted to give it to her, but I'll be blunt. The problem with this item is it makes you a complete idiot when you put it on.
Well, no.
All right.
What happens if
Yeah.
you're already a complete idiot?
Yeah, I'm going to look at all three of my cohorts and see which one would fit the bill.
He's looking, you look at each other, and before anyone answers, he says, more so than you already are. Just be careful with it. Like I mentioned, you will be, from what I've noticed, nearly invisible to this beast. So if you're ever in a terrible situation, put it on. Just make sure your allies are nearby to protect you.
You know
So you're
what?
saying the beast goes after smart people.
Okay.
I
I believe so, yes. Okay. Go ahead and add to your inventory the Dunce King's Crown.
I don't mind.
If you or anyone else needs to put it on, let me know.
Well, I guess that means we're off to go down that hole.
Do as you will.
Suggest we try fixing it first.
Don't worry, Gokar. Will we be back for you and your men?
Excellent. I should be able to recover in another 2 days or so, but, things are starting to get somewhat perilous, as I'm sure you can imagine.
And don't fret what the Lizard King, or whatever he thinks he is, says. He's either going to come with us or we're going to leave him here.
Honestly, that's perfectly fine with me. I primarily ignored it.
Back. All right, let's go.
Deuces.
All right,
Yeah, let's go.
going
Let's
back to the
get going. Let's get getting.
back to the workshop?
Yeah.
Okay, I can drag you guys there. Make it easier.
Oh, why won't my guy move? Oh, it's because I didn't click him. That's why.
Oh, wait, hold up. Cairn, you want to walk all the way there?
No.
Cairn does. I can't grab his token, he's running. Alrighty, as you guys saunter back in, you can see that the flesh beast is kind of just writhing against the wall.
Not dead yet.
No.
Elgyle.
Turns to you and kind of pets the bird and goes,
What is your thoughts of everything going on right now?
Shit's a bit borked. Why?
I don't know, you've been quite silent during everything.
Y'all pay me just to carry this shit and, hopefully get off this island. We've been fairly successful, so...
How do we know this guy?
You hired him as help.
Okay.
Yeah, so to bounce out real quick, in OSR content, it's very, very common to hire people. The charisma stat back in the day literally existed to hire people to carry your shit for you. And obviously they won't run into traps and such, but like their existence is basically just to carry things.
He's a patsy.
Yeah. And it was very common back then to have that. It's literally part of the game. Like,
can I give him coconuts so he can walk around like a horse? I said, can I give him coconuts so every time he walks around it sounds like a horse?
You're asking that and he just kind of pulls them out of his pockets like, you didn't think I brought these with me? He's like, come on, dude. But yes, hiring people, building castles, making a mage tower, that was like literally endgame for old school content. Having people to follow you around, building an army.
So how are we supposed to get down this hole?
A big ass chain.
Do we just jump?
Don't suggest it. It goes 11 miles down.
Well, we need the oxygen things, right? These things.
So there
I'm
are.
sure Pip can explain that shit to us.
Yeah, you guys want to ask Pip? You can. Y'all want to call him?
What, Pip, how to get down?
All right, you call.
I mean, he is a lab assistant, so.
And Pip kind of runs around the corner. And he goes, yes?
How does all of this work? And I'll just point to the general direction of the lab.
Oh. And he looks over to the big flesh beast and kind of, he looks sad for a second, but not like, how dare you? More just like, oh, what a waste. I can't believe I did that. And then looking back to you guys, he goes, Oh, well, that's rather easy. He moves over to look at the scooters with you guys and says, these here are meant for one person. I see you have an extra, but you can jump on someone's back. It's not too big of a deal. They'll still function just fine. They travel approximately underwater about 3 to 4 miles an hour, so they're not super fast. But they do allow you to travel without having to swim. And, well, Cain, you're wearing quite a bit of armor, so this should be pretty beneficial to you. And, well, let's see real quick. They work for about 8 hours, so you want to be careful. Don't play with them. If you're going to use them, definitely just use them. I don't know what you're using them for, but, please time yourself. If you need to come back, they will run out of juice and just sink to the bottom. So please do so.
Wait, so how long do they last?
8 hours. They can be charged back here.
I mean, I don't think we're going to be down there for 8 hours.
He shrugs.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
11 miles
will
will take a while to traverse.
No. Like, when does the water start?
Where does what start?
The water in this hole.
Oh, in this hole?
Is it like immediately first step you take is water, or?
It's like maybe 5 feet, 10 feet. So it's real close, yeah.
By the way, I nibbled that mushroom.
Was it good?
Was it good?
Do you like musty mushrooms? They're a little acidic. There's definitely some flavor of the wine in there.
Yes.
If you
It's
like,
better than we had in our hometown.
yeah, you like eating spongy boys. Not too bad. He does say there's one extra bit. If it does run out of energy, you can put your hand on the power source, and he marks to that dark flame. Just know that it's literally, drawing life energy from you. We work with what we can down here.
All right.
He nods.
Perfect. I want to die anyway.
Next show's question is, how fast does it suck away life energy? Is it little bits or large spurts?
When we tested it, it made you tired for about a day. Mechanically, it'll make you deprived for 24 hours.
All right.
So if you're deprived, it means you cannot recover HP, so you basically have 0. If you're deprived for more than a day, you gain fatigue for each day.
Okey-dokes.
And then he points to the diving suits, and he says, these are also, rather straightforward as well. I assume none of you can breathe underwater. That would be silly. They can help a bit. They're made of leather, and they have various, bits of thin metal, so they're pretty defensive as well. The strap there on the back, he kind of moves around you, Cain, and he points and says, they can hold oxygen tanks, and each one here, if timed appropriately, as long as no one messed with them, should last about 8 hours each, so 16 hours for each individual.
Okay.
I'm going to start putting the diving suit on.
Okay. So, obviously, the diving suit and everything else is inventory space. So if you want to get rid of your Gambison, you can just rename it to diving suit if you want. It also has 1 armor, so it effectively functions the same way. So anyone who has like physical armor that only covers 1 armor, you can go ahead and just replace the name with diving suit if you want. If it's a helmet, you can do the same thing. Up to you. Now, if it's 2 armor, like you have, Morgwin, you kind of have to decide-ish.
I can just replace the helm, right?
Yeah, you can throw the helm away. Now, it can't give an armor anymore because it's something you're physically wearing. So you can replace the helm with just diving suit, and then just take off the armor attribute, so you only have 2 armor, but that's fine.
Do I need to? Because I have a slot left.
So the Brigadine is physical armor you're wearing, so it's basically replacing that effectively. So you can just
then I'm taking off the brigandine.
Yeah, it's yeah, basically.
So then should I rename that one?
Yes, and then lower the armor to 1.
Killing me, Hub.
That would be the easiest. I was trying to do it so you don't lose armor, but I guess no matter what, you're gonna lose.
Looks like
armor.
I'm losing armor.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not like you'd be attacked down there or anything. All right, and you do also need oxygen tanks. They technically take up inventory space, but we can just say Argyle's gonna hold on to them for you.
How much stuff does he have?
He's
on
basically
him?
he's basically maxed out. I'll just throw away shit you guys probably don't need. Like you don't need 9 rations, so.
Are you sure? I can eat 17 rations in one go.
I mean, for
I'm
a
just
long
kidding.
long
You can get rid of
campaign,
them.
yeah, they'd be pretty useful.
Is the diving gear still taking up 2 slots?
The diving gear takes up 1 slot, so 1 armor, 1 slot, meaning you probably have extra room on you. Nice. Alrighty, and with that, yeah, Pip just lets you know if you guys want to dive on down there, you're more than welcome to. There's a mounting slot effectively for the little scooters.
Bon voyage.
Ethics, what are you doing?
I'm just telling the people outside that it's fine to come in now, and we're gonna go deep dive and see if Cruz is still alive.
All right, cool. They're not entirely sure.
Probably not.
Yeah, they're not entirely sure what's going on, but they're like, yeah, sure, why the hell not? And they begin to kind of run in and look around. They're like, oh, wow, this place is absolutely destroyed. Awesome.
Elgile's coming with, right?
Yeah, he's basically your guys' patsy.
I think he can hang on to the thing. I'll hang on to him.
Sure.
Since I'm probably the smallest one in the group.
Alrighty, so to the depths we are going.
I would like to. Can we lower the chain further? In case we need to crawl out or something.
Let's see, the chain can be lowered.
Also, I'm taking the bolt cutters with us, so they can't be used again.
Fair enough. I'll say at max, the chain can go down approximately 20 miles. So the chain itself can go down another
20
9
miles?
Yeah, she's been working on the ship for a while. It's currently at 11, so it can go another 9.
Is the hole straight down 11 miles? Or?
Straight down, yeah. So basically...
it's not like a cave anywhere or something?
Yeah, it's difficult to see.
It is pink, right?
Yeah, once you guys go underwater and we give our little hawk like a breathing suit, I'll let you know what y'all say. So we are indeed jumping in.
Might as well.
I mean, also my hawk can stay upstairs otherwise. Assuming we come back, probably not. Nah, I'll take it with me. Weird.
I just made a wonderful pink map for us because we're underwater. Alrighty, switching over to this here. So upon diving in and jumping on our little soul-powered scooters, we enter minigame mode. You guys realize the palace, the little area we were at, was basically just floating on the water. Looking about, all of the rock, all of the stone that was holding up that island, it does not go down. It's literally just floating on the water. There's maybe 30 feet of rock or so. It might be a little less than that, honestly. It's incredibly odd to look at. And while you were up there, it wasn't really bobbing on the water. It was held in place in some weird way. When you guys look about through the water, it should be darkish down here, but you guys can see now, not well, but looking about, you guys notice that we've been here for a little bit of time, and the day hasn't changed whatsoever. Looking to our left and looking to our right, we see dozens of pulsating star-like lights that are slowly orbiting our central location, and they're all providing just in a stupid amount of light that's refracting through the water. It gets a little darker the more we go down, and you guys obviously can't see straight 30 miles down, but it's not pure darkness, at least where we are now.
Does it look like lightning, the lights?
Lightning? No, they look like they're starry, if anything. Now, like I said, looking out into the horizon, there's basically a hurricane. It's some gnarly shit going on out there, so we know that is very dangerous. So we are going down into the depths. Give me one moment. All right, so question, are we going down or are we going away from the island?
Down.
It just looks like Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
We're in a sea of Pepto-Bismol.
Not as thick, fortunately. That would be horrible. Okay. So, with our extra boy in the back, we're moving approximately 3 miles per hour. I'll use him to keep track where we are, so it'll be an hour, so we'll say 3. Can I do negative feet? Can! Hell yeah, okay. So, we're 3 miles down. Alright, as we begin to descend into the waves in this pink ocean. Ethics, go ahead and roll me 1d6. Wonderful.
So, guys, how was your day?
It's a little iffy the further we go down. But fortunately, we have these scooters, and it makes it a fairly straightforward descent. Looking
What
downward,
are we seeing?
looking downward, you honestly just see pink, pink, and more pink. The further your eye can wander, the more pink you see. It just fades into nothing, basically.
No shadows, right?
No shadows until approximately 3 miles in, you do indeed see a very, I will stress, very large shape moving about. And it's south of you guys, but so far you can't make out what it looks like.
Put on the dunce hat.
Why? Sorry, the way that you just said that was funny.
And you said you're riding up.
Everybody else see in the distance that large shadow.
Ooh.
It's hidden behind the large shadow. Oh, wait.
You said you're riding, Urgail's driving, and you're riding on his back?
Or clinging to his waist, whichever one.
Okay, perfect. So we'll go ahead and continue further. All right, Cairn, roll me a d6. We're traveling 6 miles down now. And this is happening every hour. So 3 miles per hour. So this is a check for every hour. Morgwin, if you could keep track of hours for me. So we're on hour 2.
Okay.
Like I said, we have some time. And we got a 3. Okay.
Wait, we've been down here for 3 hours already?
2 hours.
Gee, that's a long time.
I mean, yeah, you guys are moving 3 miles an hour on these little scooters, and you're going straight down. And the first thing you guys saw was basically nothing. The second hour, unfortunately, you can't really speak to each other. During the second hour, okay, Gruid, roll me 1d6. Oh, no, sorry, 1d4. Sorry, 1d4. Otho
What
and
was
I,
it?
1d4.
Sorry. Ah!
Dos.
Mm.
All right, as we travel downward,
This is hour 3.
this is hour 2, you see smaller shadows in the distance, and they move towards you. They're maybe like 20 or 30 feet off in the distance, and they're holding their spears looking towards you, not entirely sure what's going on. They seem very cautious of you. And as you guys see
Everybody
these,
brace yourselves.
as you guys see these merfolk, how do you respond?
They can see us?
They can see you. They're holding their spears, and they're just kind of looking at you on your scooters.
Let's see. Dumber Morgwen with the dunce hat on. I will wave.
Halt, who goes there?
So, I'm not sure. Can you speak?
How are
Let's
you
say.
talking underwater?
Yeah, say. Can you speak?
Oh,
I know, right?
You should be able to speak inside the diving suit, right?
Yes, but you're not going to hear from that far away.
Out.
So, physically, what are you doing? Are you waving? So, Morgwin's waving.
I put my hand out, as in, like, halt.
Okay. They scoot a little bit closer, and they're kind of looking at you with, like, do you have any of your weapons out, or are you just on your scooter?
No, I don't have my weapon out right now.
Okay.
Not
And they
like
move-
my crossbow is gonna do much on the water, honestly.
Yeah, all right. And they move a little bit closer now, and then looking to you,
Who are you?
they're not entirely sure how to respond as they're watching. They're like, okay. As they get closer, you can tell that the two of them are quite beautiful. They are blending in quite well to the sea with their pinkish skin, but they're floating around this top area. As you guys begin to look around, you see a few more merfolk farting about a little higher, but not too many further down. And looking at all of you, they're kind of like, okay, you're on these scooters. What are y'all doing? Interesting. They point down with their spears, and when they speak, all of you can hear. And they say, have you seen the beast in the depths? And then waving towards you, there's like the wine between you all begins to like swirl, and you can almost feel as if like audio, whatever you would say, will travel like between this funnel of water that's traveling to the merfolk.
We saw something in the distance of a shadowy figure.
One of them nods and then points down and says, be careful. The creature will lure you in with that which you desire.
It's okay. I have the hat on.
And do you live in these waters?
They both nod.
Do you know what this place is called?
They look at each other and just shake their head no.
We're here to prevent fools from diving too deep and die.
Have you seen someone come through here?
They nod.
A large circular metal device
And you haven't seen them since?
floating somewhat further down, but it's dangerous.
We're looking for them.
Then travel cautiously. If you see anything that's too good to be true, then it most likely is.
Words are never spoken.
Copy that.
All right, and with that, they both kind of nod. You guys float away.
Float away into the ether.
All right. On hour 3, who haven't had a roll yet for the 1d6? Morgan, have I had you roll yet?
Nope.
Roll it up.
D6?
1d6, correct. Tres amigos. Let's see.
That's me too, right? Or no?
No. So you see another group of merfolk kind of swim on by. And these ones motion to you guys again. These ones seem a little bit, happier is the wrong term, but more willing to engage in conversation. And seeing that you guys mean them no harm, maybe word travels fast, they look to you and say, One of them looks kind of angry. And lets you know that there's an individual, a red-skinned individual, who's been killing their kind. And, well, they're not very happy about that. If you were to kill him for them, they might be able to help you. If you plan on going deeper, of course.
Be counterintuitive to currently going deeper.
They shrug. Just thought I'd let you know, basically. There's a shitty guy that we don't like.
Sounds like go-karts making friends.
All right, with that, they piss off again. Another hour. And we're now 12 miles down. Sinking and sinking we go. Grunwood, go ahead and roll me 86. Y'all like 3s, don't you?
It's a magic
Are we getting another
number.
group of sea folk?
Maybe. Or something different.
Copy
As you guys kind of move about, you see something this time floating in the water? Just off in the distance. It's not sinking necessarily, it's kind of just floating there. It looks almost shaped like a pot or something? Like a clay pot? Approximately the size of a soccer ball.
So it's tiny? Or it's off in the distance?
It's off in the distance. You may choose to approach if you wish.
The soccer ball looking thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do any of you have dreams of becoming soccer pros?
No.
I'll
That's
approach
pretty
it
safe.
cautiously.
You approach it cautiously, and it's... It actually looks as if it was a broken off piece of something else. It actually has like metal. Now that you get closer, it looks like it's like bent metal, actually. And then looking about, now that you've gotten closer to this bit, you guys can see just off in the distance is the bathysphere. You actually almost passed it. The lights are fluctuating, so it's difficult to see. But plain as day, it's just sitting right there.
Make sure the hat is on.
I'm gonna grab it.
You're going to float over to it?
Yeah.
Okay. As you swim on over, Gruen and Ethics, are you joining?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to stop him first and tell him, remember what the sea creatures saying.
You said it's the
Yeah.
size of a soccer?
You've already seen that. Now you see the bathysphere in the distance.
Should I approach since I have the hat on?
I mean, can you even see it?
Yeah, you'll see it.
Well, and
Yep.
if I approach and it's not what it is, then I should go unnoticed, right?
Theoretically.
Yeah, or Morgwen, you do it then.
All right, I will swim over.
All right.
Don't
Well,
do anything stupid. Oh, wait.
so swimming over on your own will be difficult. So Elgail will actually help you swim over. You're just holding on tight to him.
I'll have to hold a little extra tight just in case he's not wearing the hat.
Indeed, and he's not. You are. So moving on closer, he pushes his hand to it and he nods and says, "Yeah." He motions for you guys to come over. It looks just fine. And as we all move towards this,
Is Morgwen right there as well?
yeah, they're both next to it.
Yeah,
Does
I'll
it
wave
have, like
too.
a window on it or anything?
Yes, you're all getting close to it.
I guess.
Okay, cool.
Oh no. You
What?
asked the suspicious question. Y'all getting closer to it?
I
Come
am.
on.
I have to ask. These can't know.
Come on in.
All right.
Where is the
But
like where's the ball in, just so I can like see visually?
It's next to Morgwen. Morgwen and Elgail.
Like right here?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be where my guy is then.
Okay, so behind them.
Yes.
As you move closer, you can tell this thing is impressively cobbled together from various bits of scrap metal, probably the result of years of effort by Goose. It is approximately 10 foot in diameter. It is a sphere. There's a hatch on the side, top, and the bottom. Moving closer to it, let's say, and inspecting it. So it's currently floating where it is. It looks as if one of the hatches are open. There is a window, but no one is inside. Upon closer inspection, you can tell that Goose probably drained all of the oxygen when she left, which left it just buoyant enough to float approximately where it is. It's probably been meandering up and down about a mile or so. And if you guys want to get in, you're more than welcome to. But from the outside, it looks like it wasn't really attacked. It looks like she abandoned it.
Does it look like there was damages, like it was attacked?
And it has, you said, handles on it or something? Like we can open it?
Yeah, you can definitely hop on in if you want. You can tell that the chain that was cut is still dangling from it, which is probably causing it to float down just a bit.
Wait, I thought you said it was as big as a soccer ball.
Nope. 10 feet.
Oh, is this something else?
Yep.
My bad, sorry. I mean, hopping in it is not going to really do anything, right? Because the chain is cut?
Correct.
I mean, we can reattach this to the chain and then go upstairs and then refill it with oxygen and go down deeper. Because we're
Yeah.
currently halfway through our scooter power.
She's nowhere in sight, right?
Now you can say.
Yeah, but aren't we like on our, like, what, third, fourth hour?
Yeah, this is a fourth hour. I
Fourth.
believe.
So we do have to head back up.
Wait, wasn't there a terminal thing upstairs? Not that we would know what the hell that was, but
What upstairs?
yeah, like a communication between this thing and upstairs.
I mean, I guess we can bring this back up since it's taking us so long just to get this far.
I'll definitely look around inside, I guess, see if there's anything, I don't know, written.
Sure.
Still powered or anything.
Yeah, when you look inside, you can tell that it contains 2 hand pumps that can remove unwanted liquid. There's a telegraph control to communicate with the station in the workshop, and a depth meter, which we know where we are, so it's not really too weird. It seems that there's no winch control inside the vessel, so like once it goes down, you got to trust the person up there to make sure you're, set and gravy to go.
Is a chain dangling beneath it?
Yeah.
So we can't see the other end.
No, definitely not.
No, it's probably another 11 miles down.
Yeah.
Like, do we have the strength, I guess, to move it with us a bit?
The 4 of you together, if you want to go back to the top, you very much can if you want. With the power of these scooters, definitely.
I mean, we would only have to go up another 3 miles, and then we might be able to reattach it to the chain, I guess.
So the chain is cut in the workshop.
Yeah, but we lowered it down
Okay.
before we went in.
Okay. Yeah, then...
So it should be like 9 miles down, I believe.
Yeah, if you guys had a way to reconnect it. Yeah, you guys could go up one, chunk, and then reconnect it.
Okay, let's do that. Everyone grab a corner.
Okay. When you guys say reconnect the chain...
I
are we doing
can't
this-
see a corner.
Like at this point,
it's a sphere.
we literally don't have a way to actually reconnect it, so I guess we're stuck with, like, I don't know, knotting it together.
Do you have any weird
Making
spells to do
making a
this?
chain
Or...
knot. I definitely don't. I could make illusions, that's about it.
Definitely, you guys would need the tools in her workshop to do this then, because since you're underwater.
Bring it all the way back up.
Basically. All right, that's the plan.
Like, would I be able to hold on to the chain and then the other end of the bell diving thingy, and then tell Pip to go back up?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
Assuming the communication panel thing even works.
So wait, are we just grabbing the thing and just swimming back up or whatever?
Assuming we can't winch it up.
I don't think we can. I think we have to bring the whole thing.
Yeah, so the telegraph requires a wire.
Too bad. That's
Yeah.
probably also
The metal thing that we all get in?
Yeah, so you need to reconnect the wire and the chain in order to get that working.
You don't know how that works, so we're just gonna swim it up, I guess.
Yeah, basically, you can ask Pip to do it. He can fix it for you.
Sure.
That and, underwater. All right, so we'll just turbo speed our way back up. You see more merfolk, you see more shit, etc., etc. I won't warp us back to the other map, but after X amount of hours, we have indeed returned. And Pip kind of sees you all and goes,
Oh, how did it go?
It's very pink.
Yes, the water is wine, I believe.
Have you drank it, Pip?
I don't need to. I'm not sure if I can die, but sometimes.
I mean, you can die.
Not from old age. Maybe. Who knows?
Anyway, we found your diving thing, but it looks like Koo's left it.
Oh, she's not down there?
Oh, she's probably still down there somewhere, but
Oh.
he looks very sad.
How long was her?
If you want her back, you need to help us. We're reconnecting this wire, and you're gonna help us get down there.
I can help. What do you need?
well, the chain was cut and whatever the communication thing is.
I can fix that.
So I need to reconnect those.
Sure, I can fix that.
And he lets you know it'll be about a day to recharge the demon scooters and get the chain and the wire and all reconnected if you guys don't mind waiting.
That's fine.
I need you to make it quicker than a day.
You need rest, don't you, Cairn?
Rest is for the weak.
Well, I'm incredibly weak then. I'm gonna go.
Alrighty. Fixing all this as you guys hold it up together, he asks if you guys want anything special to be done to it, besides him just fixing the chain and everything.
To the the thing that we're gonna get in.
the bathysphere.
I want you to add weapons.
I can't really add weapons on short notice. I can, but I don't know how effective they're going to be.
Just add something that I can poke things with.
Oh, sure.
Any way to make it move on its own? I don't know, attach one of those scooters maybe?
Thanks. That could work. I need more than one. It does require some force. Do you guys mind sacrificing, 2 of them?
I don't mind, they're not mine.
He shrugs. What are your intentions? Are you looking for coups or...
Yes, but apparently there's more down there.
Mm,
And also we need to be able to escape that big thing.
I've heard rumors. Let's say this. I'll work as quickly as I possibly can. You take a quick rest. I'll try to get a weapon on there. I'll try to attach these scooters. I won't make any more things, I promise. And if anyone wants to help with just whatever, you're more than welcome to. And with that, he will immediately get to work on all that nonsense. So, if the bathysphere is on the chain winch, as it should be, it normally travels 3 miles per hour, similar to the scooters if someone's on it. With the scooters, it will go faster. If you guys want, you can go faster, literally twice as fast, but there's a 1% chance that it just breaks. So I'll let you guys decide that. I'll just roll a D100 on a 1. The chain will just shatter, but he will reinforce it to the best of his degree, best of his ability. We'll say we'll increase it to 4 miles per hour, even with all of you in it, with the booster on it. And then if we double it, it'll go to 8 miles per hour. So the speed will just literally double if you guys wish to travel faster for that time. And you guys can communicate with Pip if you need to, say, hey, speed us through here. So he's ensuring that that's all taken care of. He's putting some of the diving scooters on it to speed that up. There's 2 extras in case we need them. So with all that situated, if you guys are ready, you can hop into the bathysphere and try again. Oh, it also has 4 huge oxygen tanks on it and will last for 3 days. So you have plenty of time. You don't need to worry about that.
I'm going to make a point to go around each room and see if I can find more of those bolt cutters and just take every single one of them with me.
Okay, fair enough. You find anything that could be used as a bolt cutter or could possibly cut through chain this thick, and you either hide them or take them with you.
I mean, I don't mind digging a hole and hiding them in there, I guess.
Like burying them? Do you want to just chuck them in the ocean?
Yeah. And it doesn't seem counterproductive.
Okay.
In case I ever do need them.
Sure, yeah, we can definitely do that.
Just bury them or something.
Sure, yeah.
We want to kill a certain someone.
Who?
I see no reason to
Gokar.
kill either of them, honestly.
Wait,
All
who?
right.
The hobgoblin.
That gave you the sword.
Wait, why would you want to kill Gokar?
He's red-skinned, right?
He's the
Yeah,
redskin.
he's
hobgoblin, yeah.
been killing the merfolk.
Yeah.
But Ethic doesn't care about any of that because he doesn't want to be involved.
So can we tell him to leave them alone?
I mean, if anything, what the hell's going on there?
You can tell
Do
him
we
to,
know
yeah.
who the wrong side is here?
Wait, sorry, I'm slightly confused.
The merfolk asked you guys to kill Gokar because he's been killing them.
Oh no, we're not gonna kill Gokar. Gokar's cool.
Gokart.
Go-kart.
I mean, if you kill him, you might be able to take more for weapons.
Because Gokar is trying to get off the island like we are.
Correct.
Yeah.
And if
Do
y'all
you
know anything
why-
about merfolk or just mer people in general, they're very crafty and swifty people who lure you to your death. So I don't trust anything that they say.
With their
Are
venom
mermaids
sacks.
and sirens the same thing?
They're all the same water people.
Well, that's just a little bit racist.
It definitely is. Do we know anything like what the hell the deal is between Gokar and the merfolk anyway?
No,
Can we ask around about that?
you can ask. Honestly, from what you gather, it's not that Gokar is bloodthirsty. He's been primarily just eating them.
He likes the
It's-
sushi.
He's
right?
eating them.
It's nothing too weird. He's like, I have nothing against them, but like I need to eat, and I'm not going to eat.
I mean, that
you know.
doesn't sound too off. I mean, it's not like it's any different than when other people go kill like a bear or pig or
I
whatever.
mean, they
No,
can
it's different.
talk. They are intelligent.
Yeah, that'd be like killing Morgan to eat her. So it's similar to that.
Yeah. See,
Killing who?
You. It's like that'd be like Morgan killing you, Kane eating you. Same thing.
Well, I mean, like it would be different than like if one race has a taste for like the lizard people.
Yeah, I mean, if it'd be like a lizard person eating you, Kane, that'd be weird.
well, not for lizard people.
I mean, it'd be weird for you guys.
They
though.
are cannibalistic. Yeah.
So people eat each other, but at the same time, it's a little weird. So
I don't know. I just found Gokar to be a little bit more trusting than the Lizard King dude.
I mean, sure, definitely, but
kinda
you don't
douchey.
generally go around eating other sapient species.
right,
But I mean, if we get him off the island, he'll stop eating them. So,
correct. He said he'll stop for now because you guys said you're trying to get off.
and he gave us weapons.
Yeah,
I don't
he
see
said
anybody else giving us stuff. So
He said they were
I
desperate
mean-
for food, basically.
The merfolk wants to help us go down deeper. If we killed Gokar.
Yeah, which is why I'm asking if we wanted to do it.
For now, it doesn't matter.
I mean, if okay, so he says he won't eat them anymore.
Yeah, he said to stop.
All right, if we run into them again, we can always tell him he gave his word, take it or leave it, that he'd leave them alone.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
we
said-
can just tell him he wants off the island like everybody else. So once he's off, they won't have to deal with him.
That too, yes.
I mean, to be fair, how would you feel if a cannibal came up to you and said, "I'm sorry"? After
But it's not really a cannibal because it's different species.
Yeah, close enough.
I don't know what the word is, but
Call it murderer. How would you
yeah.
feel if a murderer was eating you?
yeah, just think of it like a murderer.
I'm
not
sorry,
sure
I ate your dog.
if there's a word for it. Because cannibal, I think, assumes same species. They're different species, but they're still
Yeah,
sapient.
cannibal
I mean,
is same
the-
species.
They're
Yeah.
humanoid, so
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, they're humanoid, so it's not like a pig, obviously. They
I don't
can
know. I was
think.
just trying to think about it because I'm like, with like D&D and stuff, like, I'm pretty sure there's certain races, like, because they've added so many more, like the bear people and lion people or whatever.
That's where it gets weird, yeah.
Like, what if they eat like the turtle people or whatever? Like,
That's murder. It's just, if they're murderers, then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I know, I know. I'm
still
just
call
saying,
it
Go
like,
ahead and
that's-
eat a turtle.
I feel like
that's fine,
it's
but-
like it might get confusing for us just because to us, as obviously we don't live in a fantasy world, that's like murder, but like to them it might be like normal, as if like us going out hunting deer.
So to make it really clear, in my not in this world specifically, in any of my games, if any sentient species eats another sentient species, that's a monstrous act. Period.
So like if they can talk,
Yeah,
okay.
because humans,
No.
If they can talk, we'll just call it murder then.
correct, yeah, because humans aren't the top of the food chain. You're not any more important than a merfolk. You're not any more important than a lion guy. You're equal to them. So it's like you're here first. So not that that matters.
Are you assuming I'm a human? You can't.
I have
see
no
my
idea who you
face.
are.
I have an armor on.
Yeah, I have no idea who you are. But yes, the whole thing of people eating each other is always weird to me in D&D. So it's like, oh, it's like, well, animals are people too. So yeah, it counts. It's still weird. All right. Anyway, a day has passed. Pip has basically put everything on it. He hasn't really added weapons to it because it's kind of difficult to do so. But he's like grafted spears onto the front, so you could kind of run into something, but but not with much force. It's like a one and done kind of deal.
Wait, is that would you count that the same off topic? Sorry, would you count that the same in the Pokemon universe? Because technically they
Yeah,
kill
it's super
Pokemon and
weird.
eat them.
That's super weird. Yeah.
Because in the
Yep,
Pokedex
definitely
they
is.
talk about preparing how to prepare Farfetch.
Yeah, it's freaking weird. Because then they there's, I mean, shit. Honestly, the Pokemon lore is nonsensical. So
Farfetch.
I mean, there's literally like, oh
That-
yeah,
that-
these
fucked
Pokemon
up
killed children, and they're like cool with it. It's like, what?
Wait,
it's so
who's
casual.
still children?
Tons of Pokemon, like Drifloom.
Lamberts.
Yeah,
Drift-
yeah. It's like,
Drift
oh,
literally kidnap kids, yeah.
yeah, they like murder children, and it's just like a casual thing that like no one cares about.
I saw a funny meme on
So
Facebook.
weird.
It was like, what if not Hitmon. Not Hitmonlee, Hitmonchamp. Like, what if you're just walking through the grass and Hitmonchamp just jumped out of the bushes and just punched the shit out of you in the chest?
That'd be scary.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so back to the
What
game. Are we?
even
Are we?
worse? No, go
Yeah.
on, it's fine.
Okay. Well, so are we
So
hopping
we're
into the
still on
bathysphere?
land, right? Like, we're still up there.
You're currently on land. If you guys want to hop back into the bathysphere, it is ready for you.
So this is only going slightly faster than the scooters, right?
It'll go 4 miles per hour, and if you ask Pip, he can make it go 8 miles an hour, but there's a 1% chance it breaks.
1%.
We can also stay down a lot longer in this thing, though.
Yeah, it has literally 3 days of oxygen.
So it's kind of like a submarine, but attached to a chain.
Yeah, basically.
It's a diving bell, basically.
Yeah, and if you guys want to like go left or right, you very much can because you have the boosters.
All right. Well, I'm ready to dive when you guys are.
Is everyone
We
good?
dive.
Yep.
Oh wait, I can go back to my other armor, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys switch back to your regular armor if you wish.
Wait, does this thing have a pressure chamber, or is it like if we want to go outside, we have to flood the base?
It's not big. It's just 10 feet. So yeah, you flood it if you want to go outside.
At least bring the diving suit with us, I guess.
But it does have a way to pump water out. So
Yeah.
you will flood, but there's a pump to get all the water out.
For convenience sake, ethics will keep the diving suit on.
Sounds good. All right, and we will go ahead and descend again. I'll keep track on Elgyle. Put him right here in the middle. All right, hour 1. I'll just turbocharge these rolls.
Like, how long does my spectacle last?
Your what?
My magic.
It lasts as long as we need it to. So if you activate it in a prepared environment, then it's going to last as long as you'd like it to. That's reasonable.
All right. I want to envelop our diving bell in a massive illusion of something big.
Okay, that thing being what?
Let's make it a giant duck.
A giant duck.
Yes, absolutely massive duck.
All right, go for it. Go ahead and add 1 fatigue to your inventory. And a giant, like, rubber ducky?
Basically.
Excellent.
Wait,
We
how
have a
do
giant.
I add fatigue?
It should be in the item tab in Foundry. If you just type fatigue, it'll pop up. Just drag it into your inventory. Or just make a custom item called the word fatigue. Doesn't really matter. All right, we hit a bit of turbulence on the way down. And it will favor us. It actually knocks us down an extra mile. Oops, that's too much. That's not working at all. What the hell?
Now, the one thing that is important that from close up, this thing is very obviously not real.
Correct, yes. All right.
So, like, when the fish folk come to investigate, they'll find out it's not real.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? So the one I'm rolling is turbulence, which basically means you guys get knocked up or down 1 mile. I just keep rolling that one over and over. Okay, there we go. Holy shit.
Good.
All right, we are 7. All right, so we're 11. Wait, no, that's 3 I rolled. Okay, so we're 15 miles down. Alrighty. So, as we travel on down, relatively quick. There's not really anything too crazy going on. Off in the distance, Morgwin, go ahead and roll me a d10. Excellent. All right. As we descend, we can see through our beautiful duck illusion. Just off in the distance, you see something glimmering. And it looks to be a sword? And it's not an ordinary sword. There's something special about it. You can tell it's almost letting off its own light.
Does anyone here want a sword?
Yeah.
Did you want one before I just said it?
No.
No. What do I need a sword for?
I like sharp things.
And we look at Cain.
You know.
I already have a sword.
All right, then it's probably safe to approach.
Regardless.
Well, I mean, you said
it.
it's a shiny sword, but they also said don't trust anything down here.
It is.
We can just
easy.
say
They said don't trust anything that you desire.
Oh.
Oh, well, no, I didn't desire. Wait.
The
Never
only thing I
mind.
desire is wealth. And I doubt this place has any.
Yes, maybe.
A sword could fit that. A sword could fit a shiny fascination. Sorry, a sharp fascination.
I'll stop you right there. That sword right there might be bait and might kill us. I don't want it.
All right.
I don't want
Might be
anything in these depths.
Moving on.
I might be a thief, but I'm not stupid.
Okay, so are we deciding against it?
Yes.
All right. As you guys
I
begin
don't want
to
it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
move away from the sword, it glimmers and glows.
That sword is nothing but death.
And as you look a bit closer to it, it's almost glowing too much. As the bathysphere descends a bit more, you see a dark shadow just beyond the sword. And it wriggles away from you guys. And it pulls the sword with it.
The spectral duck quacks. It can actually make sound, so yes, it does that.
Stay frosty, my allies. These baits will not get us.
All right.
What does that mean?
What?
I don't even know. It sounds cool.
What does that even mean? Stay frosty? It's not that cold in there.
Stay
It's
frosty.
It's actually kind of nice and warm, which is weird because it's wine, but okay.
All right. And looking again, I'll roll the d10 this time.
I'm gonna open up a ration and just start eating it while we're descending.
Sure.
I'm assuming rations don't actually do anything in this game, so I'm just doing it for roleplay sake.
I mean, they feed you, so you guys would have theoretically needed to eat a ration each, but
Yeah,
Argyle's sitting on lots of them, so you're good.
I just say that because every time we've played D&D or anything, like, I don't think I've ever used a ration.
Rations matter in these games a lot. So food and shit, like inventory management, is incredibly important in these games. We're doing a one-shot.
My tummy's rumbling.
Yeah, we're doing a one-shot, so it's less important. But in games where you're delving into a dungeon and you're going to be there for a while, if you don't bring enough food, you will go hungry, and that's bad. So we begin to descend further. We're now 19 miles down, and just hanging out in the distance, you see a group of merfolk, and they're seemingly celebrating something or dancing. It's very difficult to tell precisely what they're doing, but it looks as if there's something in the middle of them that's emanating some form of a light. They're kind of like, dancing around.
Well, what are they dancing around?
It looks as if it's a large stone that is on fire somehow underwater, and the light's coming from this fire.
Fascinating.
Do you wish to get closer?
Yeah. Wait, am I not supposed to go into the light?
Everything's
only
pretty
after
bright
you died.
down here, but
All right, I'm going to go for it.
I mean, we
you-
can swing the entire bell around.
Yeah, you guys can move around. So you don't need to pop out, but you can very much move the bathysphere towards that location. And as you guys get closer and closer, you're staying in the bathysphere, right, Druid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I'm just moving around for,
Is anyone wearing
activity.
I am.
the hat? Okay, so don't let Morgan touch the controls.
Don't let Morgan touch what?
Anything.
Morgan, you touch anything, I chop your hands off.
What? Why?
Just cause.
I touch you.
As we move closer to this display, it begins to fade ever so slightly. The merfolk melt away, but the light does not. You see multiple lights now, and they're greenish,
Ah!
and very clearly looking towards all of you.
He's kind of goofy looking, actually.
He's kind of goofy looking, I agree.
I saw his face. I saw his butt first because I was zoomed in. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and I was like, oh, never mind.
I like the butt, so I'm aiming the butt at you. You can ignore the face. The butt looks cool.
The face looks goofy. Like,
Yeah.
I want to, like, slap him in the
Yeah,
face.
it's kind of cute. I like it.
Cute.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Kind of like a little nose.
Little snoot.
It looks like he has a hemorrhoid.
That's
Yeah.
a little eldritch menacing.
That familiar with those, are you? I'm just kidding.
But you can see that the
Don't remind
lights on this bulbous end were emanating this light. And that display before you is seemingly fading. Under these bulbous lights, you see a very large slit for a mouth. And upon closer inspection, you guys can see a rubber tube that's actually hanging out of the mouth. And this rubber tube looks exactly the same as the tubing that's used to enable oxygen and such to come in and out of this machine and all the various oxygen tubes and such you guys have.
Does that mean that it was modeled after the creature, or that it was made from the creature?
Neither. This does not belong to the creature. It's like haphazardly hanging out of its mouth. Like it's not supposed to.
Are you
be there.
saying he swallowed it?
Probably, yes.
Oh, I see.
So Kuz is probably inside the belly of this thing?
Possibly.
Jonah and the whale, or whatever.
Goose and the eldritch menacing.
I jump in it.
Do you guys want to attempt to do something? That this creature is like half ignoring you, but half watching. It's waiting for you guys to get closer. It's looking at the duck and it's not really sure what's going on.
I don't really know how to attack it.
Wait, before we go. We desire to find Goose. And Goose miraculously appears before us, inside the belly of this thing.
I mean, I think if that were the
Oh.
case, they would have just shown her, not hinted.
I mean, we never know for sure. I don't mind fighting.
True.
But, we've seen the shadow of this thing, and it's pretty much bigger than whatever the hell this is.
No, this is the size.
Oh, I thought it was even bigger than that.
It is. I don't want to make the token that big.
Okay.
No, make it actual size.
All right, and how do you suppose we go inside that? Like, how big are we talking?
It's large enough that all of you could fit inside this thing very, very firmly. If you wanted to have a little rest in its tum, it wouldn't be too difficult.
It's a big boy.
It probably can't eat the entire bathysphere. It might be able to.
And it might choke on it, and then we can reel it in like a big...
Thank you.
See what happens when you ask ethics? It just keeps on getting bigger.
Still not big enough. Needs to be at least 4 times bigger than this.
That's what y'all
Well,
doing.
now he's starting to get a little grainy.
Yeah.
So how do we get into it? Because I'm not wearing my diving suit.
Sounds like a you problem. We brought the diving suit with us. You can change inside this tiny compartment.
Are we all wearing the diving suit?
I definitely am.
Mm-hmm.
Ethics has practically been living inside it because it's more comfortable than his normal outfit.
Fits you like a second skin, ethics.
Yes, it does. And it hides your greasy skin as well.
That
Hey,
Yeah,
is,
Gruwe looks clean for once.
yeah, don't worry about it. I'll
Right.
go out. I'll rub myself down in some mud a little later. So don't worry about it. I know that seeing me with smooth skin is just not how you normally see me.
It's
And
kinda
I can
terrifying, too,
understand
almost
how that
attractive.
would be. Yeah, I can understand how that would be startling. So don't worry. I've got a plan in place to re-lubricate later.
Good to
Nods
know.
approving.
Not disgusting at all.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is how I got in that chimney. How I got in that door. This is how I work.
If you go
So
outside,
what
you
did
might-
Pip add as a weapon or whatever to the thing?
Basically just some spears you can probably stab maybe once, twice with.
Can I try to like stab into that pole thingy or that tube thingy that's coming out of its butt or mouth or whatever?
You want to impale the plastic tube?
Yeah, I want to see if I can like hook onto it and try to like pull it.
If you do, you're going to hit the creature at the same time, so you're going to enrage it.
Oh, it's not dangling out like a tongue?
It is dangling like a tongue, but you're going to hit it. It's not that big. It's small enough that you're probably going to hit the creature. There's like 2 spears, so.
No, I'm not trying to hit the creature. I'm trying to hit the tube.
If you go to hit the tube, you're hitting the creature. This thing does not have that kind of level of control. Basically, you're going to have to ram it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the play, guys? How are we going to get into this? We can either get swallowed like, you know, Jonah, or talking to it.
I say let's do it. Let's do it. That's my vote. Let's just go for it.
Boy, jump in its mouth.
Yeah.
All right, you're up. Go do it.
Fresh and tasty, buddy.
I'll make sure to tie the grappling hook around you before you go in.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you're jumping out of the bathysphere to go jump in this thing's mouth?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Okay.
I guess we all go out in that case, but
If I die,
it's
I
getting shortcut
die.
way.
Well, we'll put a grappling hook around you just in case.
Is everyone jumping out, or?
No,
Uh,
I mean, if she's
Here-
going outside, all of us are going
We'll
to
be
get
outside, but we're not
anyway.
jumping in the mouth. I'll hold on to her grappling hook.
yeah. So I have the grappling hook tied around my stomach,
I'm tying the other end to the chain.
Okay.
and yeah. So I go up to the creature, and does it look at me?
You can tell that once you leave the illusion that Ethics has created, it's probably going to... Let's not be... it's going to eat you. It's going to kill you. So if you want to fly... well, I mean, come on, let's be honest. If you're going to try to get into his mouth, you're going to have to time it, basically.
Well, maybe. How do I know it's an angry creature?
Angry is maybe the wrong word. Hungry is the
Can't-
right word.
Oh, I was gonna try and get it to just, you know, Ethics said, "Have you tried talking?" But yes, that's exactly what I was gonna do. I thought I would reason with
mean
the
He's about to
creature.
swallow you whole.
You may attempt... You may make the attempt, but looking at it, it looks... Dumb is the wrong word. It looks like it has one goal, and that one goal is to eat things.
You know, I get up
We
and
should
I
have sent
see its,
Morgren. She wouldn't
I
have
see its beady
asked
little
so many
eyes, and I'm like, you know what? This was a bad idea. And I tug on the rope
I guess
so
we'll
they
pull
can
you
haul me
back.
back in.
No one pull the rope.
So if
You're
I'm
like,
just
guys, pull it back.
Yeah,
Pull it back, guys.
Guys.
Enough joking. I don't want to get eaten.
if you want to try jumping in the mouth, you very much can. It'll just require a check.
I guess I'm all the way out here. I might as well. What's the check?
Dexterity. Just to see if you can slide in. Basically, it's going to open its mouth to bite you, and you're going to jump in before it can do anything.
See, we could try giving you the hat.
Oh, guess that didn't work out.
Nope.
I've been rolling so well, too.
Rip.
It's fine.
Rip.
You can bite in half.
Bye, Druid.
All
I
right.
guess I'm Elgyle now.
Nothing of value was lost.
How
Maybe he
dare
doesn't like your
you?
taste.
I saved your lives
What? How?
with my. I rolled damage like 9s and 10s.
Oh, all right. Good point.
Should we all give
Unbelievable.
a good tug to the rope to avoid the biting?
I mean, we don't know what's
Yes.
happening at this point.
I
so-
will tug the rope.
Okay. Before you can tug the rope, Gruid, you go to jump in towards its mouth, knowing that you're going to be seen after you exit Duckville. And when you do,
Yeah.
it goes to snap at you. You're going to succeed. You get inside of its mouth, but one of its teeth rake up against you. And how much armor do you have?
2.
You take no damage. It seemingly
Oh.
bounces off one of the metal boots you were wearing, and you just slip right on into this boy. And it is dark and wet.
Ooh.
There is literally no light in here whatsoever. What do
Wow.
you do, Gruid?
I start feeling around.
All right, you start feeling around, and you feel a tongue, some teeth, and you feel that rubber piping.
All right, I hold on to the rubber piping.
You hold on to the rubber piping, and it seems to
Can I-
lead further in.
It leads further in.
It does.
Can I tug on it?
You tug on it, and you get a little bit of slack, but it stops like almost instantly.
I follow the pipe down.
As you begin to follow the pipe down, it doesn't really take you too long to get very far, but you hear various noises and such as you know you're going down its gullet into its stomach. There's an entryway, if you will,
I knew it.
that'll make it relatively difficult to get past this next area. Go ahead and do
Damn.
another dex check for me.
Oh my god, why is this so bad?
Ooh, alrighty.
Ripped off all your grease. That's why.
This time,
Oh, you're right.
You're lucky, Chris.
yeah, the grease on the inside of the suit unfortunately grew it, so you can't benefit from your
So
lubrications.
HP 0,
Correct.
2 taken away from strength? No.
Y-
Yes.
So wait, you have 2 armor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this thing off you. Okay, you have 2 armor. How much? Yeah, you have 3 HP. So you take only 4 damage because it's 6 minus 2.
Uh-huh.
So you take 3 HP damage, and then and 1 strength damage.
So does my strength stay down permanently?
Until you have a long rest, yes. It takes like a week,
Okay.
and you need a physician.
Okay.
So you'll take 1 strength damage, you go to 11, and then you need to roll strength to see if you survive. Ooh.
At least you're not dead.
Close.
All right. The pressure of this thing's like throat squeezes around you, attempting to crush you. You almost pass out, Druid. You can feel your vision growing blurry, but you're able to push through. And at the end here, you can sort of like hear something wriggling about, and then you hear like a click, and just across the way, sitting, slowly burning away, you see Crew.
Burning or melting?
Yes.
Okay.
You see Kuz, and she's trying her absolute best to stay out of the stomach acid. She has this small device on her that is seemingly...
Oh, I forgot that that's how the body works. Damn.
Seemingly encased in glass, and there's like a flame that's blue flickering in it, and she looks at you like, holy shit, there's another person down here. The apparatus she's wearing it's all barked up. Like, she looks really tired. She hasn't eaten in forever. She looks like she's absolutely on her last leg. You're not sure how much longer she can survive.
Is the rope still attached to me?
Yes, it is.
All right. Can I grab Kuz?
You can, yeah. She has her own diving suit, but you can tell by looking at... She has like one of the oxygen tanks that's thrown off to the side. Yeah, like one of her oxygen tanks was punctured. The other one's empty, and this last one looks like it's basically done. You can see the meter on it. It's like at 2%.
Is there... How many do we have?
In the boat, you have literally 3 days worth.
Can I grab her jacket or something?
How many does he have on him?
Whose?
Yeah.
No, you.
How many do
Druid.
I have?
Oh, Gruid. I believe you should have one on you. Yeah.
Just the one, though?
Yeah, it lasts 8 hours. So it's full.
Can I give Kuz some?
Yeah, very much so.
Juice?
Very much so, yeah.
All right, I give Kuz some juice.
Okay, she inhales it.
Juice the Kuz.
And shares it back with you because you look like, I don't know who you are, but thank you.
I'm going to grab onto her clothing.
Okay, she holds onto you tightly and kind of holds the flame in front of you, so you guys can see easier.
And I yank really hard on the rope.
All right, as you pull hard on the rope, on the other side, who's managing the rope right now?
Me.
Are you lowering that?
We all are, right?
Yes.
Okay, so seeing that Morquin's wielding the rope and also wearing the hat, Ethics and Cain, I definitely know you guys would be helping.
We're discussing if she's still alive and who's keeping all of her shit.
Ooh, guys, I think I felt something.
Don't die.
Reel him in!
The fish in front of you is starting to get kind of like angsty. It's looking around and kind of moving around a bit. And it's looking and getting closer to the duck and kind of like trying to push into it in a way. And it's like, this isn't a real duck. And it's biting at the air. And you can tell that the illusion isn't going to dissipate for like other creatures. But for this thing, once it can see through it, it can see the bathysphere. And it's very much interested in, well...
I'm going to make the duck move, I guess.
Consumption. But during this time, as it's starting to kind of see through the illusion, you feel a tug on the rope.
Oh, we've got a beat.
What do y'all do?
I guess we're going to pull on it.
Okay. I'll have all 3 of you do a strength check. We just need 2 of you to succeed.
Big money, big money.
All right. Only 1 success. Gruid, you're pulled forward, but not hard enough. Maybe it's caught on a tooth. Maybe it's caught on one of those like bladders that are trying to crush you. And as you're squeezing on through and scooting, you're going to take a little more damage before you're able to pull your way out of this beast. And both of you are going to take this damage, including her. Oops, not that one. This one. 4. All right, here's what you're rocking. Oh, nice. Aha, she has exactly 4 HP. Perfect. All right, you have 2 armor, so that's going to be 2 damage to you, Gruid.
Okay.
All right, now roll me strength, I believe.
You just
Oh
had
my
to say that,
God.
didn't you?
While you're being pulled out, Gruid, I want to call her Cruz. My God. Cruz. I'll just rename her Cruz, Jesus. Cruz is holding on tightly to you, Gru, but whatever's going on in this creature, in this beast, it is trying to like crush you with its gullet. And same as before, you were squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. You guys are trying to get your way out. They weren't able to pull fast enough. And this time you actually do pass out. Cruz is trying to hit you and like wake you up, but you do not wake up. And she's like starting to freak out. She pulls like harder on the rope. And as you guys kind of yank, you see one ally and a mysterious person shoot out of this creature's mouth. And it begins to look around as it lost its food. And it's not okay with that. And it gets really, really angry. You guys can see Gruid is unconscious and Cruz is trying to wake him up. What do y'all do?
Hop back in the boat thing.
I'm gonna drag them further and push them into the belly gasing.
Okay. Jumping out, we pull everyone into the bathysphere. It is currently completely full of water. Navigating the controls will be a little difficult, but you guys are able to pump to get the water out as quickly as you possibly can. This creature is looking to eat. It can see through the illusion. It wants to nom on down.
If I touch the bathysphere, will it disappear?
What do you mean?
Become immune to his senses?
No.
Or is it only me?
It's only you.
What if I put the hat on the controls?
So the controls have no brain power? So the controls can't get dumber.
It requires
the
brain
fish.
power. Okay.
Yeah.
Will it forget about itself?
I think canonically you would have asked that, Morgwin. Like, can I make the ship dumber?
Yes.
And then everyone just ignores you. But yes.
What if I break this knob here? Then it's dumber, right?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, basically putting the hat on just makes you dumb. Like, really dumb, that's it. And you're effectively so dumb, this creature cannot lure you away with anything that you'd want.
It's really funny. Okay.
What did you say, Ethics? You asked a question, I think?
No, I said, what if we put the hat on the fish? Would it become so dumb it can't remember its own existence?
It is a sentient creature.
You should try
I think
that
it would get
next time.
hungrier then, though.
It would be too dumb to lure enemies down. It would starve eventually. Potentially.
If you guys want to try that, you're more than welcome to.
No, I'm gonna go inside.
Okay. What are we doing to dissuade this thing from just eating the bathysphere?
I'm gonna make my duck ravenous.
Okay, so more illusion to, like, scare it off?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and
But
cast
these flashy lights turn into a rave.
Sure, go ahead and cast your spell again. The duck just starts, like, losing it, and it reconstitutes itself a reasonable distance away, so that this creature doesn't look at you guys and is now looking at the duck. And it's, like, trying to, like, kind of butt heads with it and move back and, like, look around. It's, like, freaking out, like, okay, how do I deal with this thing? For just long enough
If
that you
anything,
guys...
I'll make sure it's, like, off-center.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah.
Like it's swimming away from us, basically.
Right, you put it in a location where it's going to 100% distract this thing away from you guys, and it's like biting at it, but the duck is moving just fast enough to dodge, and it's like, okay, a worthy opponent. And it begins to kind of throw down with it. And as you guys are pumping the water out, Gru is kind of just floating on top of the water. You guys are really unable to, like, get to him. You realize that his suit's actually been punctured as well. And he's completely unconscious. You guys are in, the water's being pumped out, it's about halfway out. And Elgile's just like, all right, down we go. Further down. Let's get the hell out of here.
Wait, what do you mean down? Up. Go to the surface.
You want to go up?
Why are we going down?
We can only go down 1 more mile.
What do you mean 1 more mile?
The chain was 20 feet, right?
Yes, but you guys can continue.
20 mile.
Yeah, you guys can disconnect it, continue, do whatever you want.
We just found Kuz. Shouldn't we go up?
Definitely. That's my thinking, at least.
What do you do immediately before going up?
Get away from this thing.
Okay, that part's done.
Straight up, turn around, go away.
Sure. As you're doing that, what are you guys doing to Gruid? You have to do something right now.
Is there still water inside the thing?
To Crewid? To like resuscitate?
Yeah. I mean, is anyone going to, like, touch him or anything?
That's gross.
I mean, Because are you a doctor? Can you do anything?
She, like, looks around and goes like, oh, yes, I definitely. Is this... You guys didn't mess with it too much, did you? And she begins looking around and goes, oh, perfect. She flips something open and she pulls out, a device.
If anything's broken, it's Pip's fault.
Real quick, I slap Gruid. Wake up. Now's a bad time to sleep.
She grabs your wrist and says, what are you doing? Stop.
Oh, God's sake.
He's not sleeping.
I'll try to pull off the hat, I guess.
Oh, right.
This is why Morgwen wears the hat.
She begins to attempt
I'll
to
put it in Groot instead. He can't die if he's stupid. Plot armor.
Too dumb to die.
Exactly.
She begins to resuscitate you, Gruid. It takes a moment, and you guys probably express your interest to go up, and she looks at you and says, no, we have to continue going down. We're almost out. We're near the bottom. Look, it says we're 19 miles down. Yes. I got captured. The winch isn't long enough, but if you disconnect it, you guys had connected the scooters to this thing, right?
Yeah.
I was going to do that. I was going to add something to this. We're almost out, I swear. My sensors, if my calculations are correct...
You think the way off this island is down into the water?
She nods. Says, it sounds crazy, but it is. You have to trust me. My sensors said we're maybe 10, 15 miles. I know it seems like a long time, and I know your friend is hurt, but you have to trust me.
So
What
you
about
just
everyone
left
on the
everybody
island?
else... Yes, you just left everybody else on the island?
No, if my theory's correct, everyone will come with. If there's a way out for one of us, we can all leave.
It's a fascinating theory.
I've been here a while.
How long?
Too long. Long enough to make this stupid thing.
Sure, we'll go down.
You guys trust her?
Sure, let's go down, but no, if there's nothing down there, then...
I mean, if anything, Ethics wants to get the hell out of here, so yeah, sure.
Right.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
She gives you a look at Cairn of like, if there's nothing down there, we're all dead. I know. I'm not stupid. And during this moment, you are brought back to the land of the living druid. You are very, very much a hurtin', but Kuz was able to awake you. She looks at a few of the settings and whatnot and kind of goes like, okay. Oh, perfect. And tinkering with a few things, she found a little extra, shaboosh, basically, to get this bad boy going. And we shall indeed descend further. And she says, with this last bit here, if we want, we're going to have to break the connection. This here will, effectively disconnect the chain. Is there anything you want to say to Pip before we leave? I'm not sure I can handle to speak with him currently. We had a bit of an argument last we spoke.
Is that why he wanted to make a new friend?
He didn't understand. I'm aware he's awkward to look at, I guess. He thinks people won't accept him, so I was leaving without him.
Well, you did make a grotesque minion who created a bunch of deadly other minions.
Yeah, by the way, he kind of made a bunch of more, whatever the hell he is, which went around rampaging on the island.
Oh, she gives a look of like, shit.
And he created a ginormous Frankenstein-like monster.
I'm sorry, I didn't think
We managed to get rid of it, though. Only
Good.
half the people died, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't think he'd take that to heart so much. Poor little guy. Well, it's not your place to help, but I'm glad you did. Anyway, let's get out of here. And
So, do you think that he was the one that cut the chain then?
he doesn't say anything. He just continues looking at the controls and descending. And as we continue down and down and down, we get to about 27 miles. And just off in the distance, the light seemingly gets brighter, weirdly enough. Like looking to our left and looking to our right, we're not completely surrounded in just pure wine. It's almost like there's an edge. And we move down further and further. And at our current pace, we got plenty of oxygen. The big shit you completely distracted, so he floated on away. And as we move further down, you can see a weird semi-reflective surface just outside of the bathysphere. And it's
We in a fishbowl?
it's curved. And as it curves down, you guys can see just below you, the light coming from outside is illuminating something that looks, it's brownish and like pockmarked. And it seems this is the bottom of the ocean. It all just funnels down to this one light brown, porous looking piece of wood. It's hard to tell what it is. And she looks at it and goes, what the hell is that?
Is that a
We're
cork?
seeing wood.
I'm not sure.
I've seen many wine flasks in my day. Is that a cork?
She squints as you guys get close. She goes, oh my god, it is.
Oh god, we're in a giant wine bottle.
Wait, what is it?
What?
And as you guys get a closer look, it is very much a massive cork at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, anyone got fire magic or something?
It is covered in weapons, armor, metal, all this shit that just floated on the bottom, all land on top of this cork.
We're inside a giant wine bottle.
She
Looks
nods
like it.
slowly.
I told you this was witches' doing.
I wonder if it's my curse getting back to me.
At
Whatever.
looking to each of you, she goes, what do you suggest we do?
Well,
Well, we need to
Earth.
pop the cork somehow.
maybe if we shake the bottle enough, it'll come off.
She
I can create a ginormous typhoon. Maybe that can make enough to make it pop out.
She looks at you, Cain, and says, could that help propel the bathysphere forward?
Possibly.
And she kind of points to some of the tools she has. Says, I can use the remaining energy we have to just shoot us forward in one final blast. If your typhoon can assist with that, maybe we can knock it out. We're all going to need to hold on, of course.
Give me 1 second. I'm just spill a drink.
Oh, okay.
Well, either we all die or we all die. Doesn't leave us with a lot of choice, does it?
She shrugs with it. There's a smirk on her face.
What other options do we have right now?
Put the hat back on. This is a great plan.
All right, I'm back. Like I didn't spell that much.
Good.
All right, anyways, but yes, I can summon a typhoon, and hopefully that can push us out of this cork.
Maybe. I guess. Find out.
He's ready to push the button if you guys are ready.
Who, Kuz?
Yeah.
All right. I start like moving my hand around to start using my magic to summon said typhoon.
Alrighty. Just outside, the waters begin to whirl and swirl, and in just a hot second, it's gonna just slap the bathysphere down. It's gonna spin us a little bit, but hopefully with enough force that we can dislodge the cork. And she looks at all of you and says, "You might want to hold on to something."
I grab the side, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to use the remaining grappling hook to tie myself to the wall.
Perfect. Morgan, what do you grab?
Ethics.
Okay. Excellent. Smart.
Oh, and I'm also going to grab Elgyle.
Okay. The hawk lands on your head. on the dunce cap, I guess. It's a good perching point.
It's like sitting on it sideways.
Sliding down. It's really slick. Kuz presses the button, and as Kane's magics are going off, you feel the whole shuttle just begin to shake, and you guys just like drill spin and shoot straight forward, slamming into this cork. You guys can hear really loud like squeaking sound, and it pauses for a moment, but then the typhoon pulls back again and boom, slams again, and just like loud pop. All of the wine goes flowing out, the bathysphere goes shooting out, and within a second, you guys are once again in the tavern you started in, but there is wine flowing everywhere. The bathysphere is still the same size. You all are inside it. You smash the table you were on. This tiny wine bottle, as you guys kind of turn, the bathysphere just like, and then pauses after it's slammed into the wall, completely shattering all the wood. Everyone in the building is looking at you guys as slowly, over the next hour, this tiny wine bottle is going to upend literally everything that was waiting in that pocket dimension.
Love that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stand up and be like, "Now where's this witch that put us in here?"
Yes, I'm gonna take this chaos and time to pick up all the collected weapons and stuff that were on the bottom of the water bottle and just run away.
Excellent. There's a lot of really cool shit, a lot of weapons, a lot of pretty powerful things.
Yes, give it to me.
Yes.
Do I see my sword on the floor?
I
The
want
glowing
to
sword I
use
lost before going into the bottle?
Yes.
Then it's mine now. I can't carry all of this shit anyway, so I'm just taking Hansel.
There's so much shit going on and no one knows how to react. The barkeep is losing his mind as like lizard people are just shooting out. Chunks of wood are shooting out. This big old fish ends up flying across, shooting through the wall.
How big is the fish?
The fish is the size it's supposed to be, so it shoots out of the wine bottle, and it's like hundreds of feet, like hundreds of feet wide, and it shoots out the wine bottle through the wall and lands in the lake that's next to this tavern.
Oh, is the lake deep enough for it? Does it survive?
Yes, it's going to be the owner of this lake now, though.
He's like in a kiddie pool, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. Absolute chaos just erupts. But y'all are free. Congratulations.
Sweet.
And thus is the end of our Cairn adventure. Let's see, what was it called? It was called Palace on the Pink Waves.
The pink waves. All right.
Genie in a bottle.
Basically, let me see if I can throw it in Discord. There's a cute little image. There it is. This is basically the map.
Oh, that's so cute. That's ridiculous.
I know, right?
So, since we're done with it, is there any other way that we could have gone out, or?
Yeah, you guys could have gone into the storm and just like punched the glass, and then it would have flooded that way.
That would have been pretty cool.
Interesting.
Harder. I mean, well, harder in a sense. Like, there's a storm, so you probably could use your storm powers to calm it down a little bit, and that would have enabled you to roll favorably on the storm table.
Yeah,
but other than
safe
that,
to go up. Sadly, none of us got flat powers.
So how did we get stuck in there?
it's just a curse. It was a pocket dimension. Anyone who drank from the wine bottle just gets pulled into it, and then it doesn't ever run out of wine. So the wine bottle just gets passed around. People keep drinking it, and they keep getting sucked in.
Oh, man. Do they know that it's a cursed wine bottle?
Now that you broke it, people are going to know, and probably
Well,
no
I
longer.
mean, like, was somebody putting people in there on purpose?
So no, basically, it doesn't say the origin of the wine bottle. It says I can decide that. And a lot of these adventures I want to run are meant to be thrown in the middle of a campaign. It's kind of like, hey, but they're also really fun as one-shots like we did here. I mean, it took us about,
okay. I get you.
it took us about 3 hours to do the whole thing, so that's about average. But everyone...
Is that what you said it would be?
Yeah. There is a reasoning for each NPC for landing in here. One of them is just like, I stole it. And then others are like, oh, hey, you know, I bought it for a party and drunk it and we all just end up blah, blah, blah. Or one dude stole it from somebody else after they drank it, like, screw you. And then he gets pulled into right after the other guy does. So
I love that.
It's pretty funny.
So did Gruid survive?
Yes, yeah. So the thing is, basically, after you lose all your HP, it's a little vague on you know what's supposed to happen. But after you lose your HP, you have to roll on strength to see if you survive. What happens is you get knocked out. So if Kuz wasn't there and there was no rope to pull, you would have just been unconscious inside the fish. And the longer you're unconscious, if anything would damage you, like the stomach acid, on every turn, I would have you probably roll like 1d8 or 1d10 damage that pierces armor, and you just take that much strength damage until you just melt, basically.
That was really a pretty lucky for him then.
Yeah, because you had someone that could help you. And then after you have, you know, basically what it says is, I think it says once you've taken critical damage, you need to receive some form of help, because basically your character's knocked out. So anyone with, you know, a modicum of, you know, medical knowledge, maybe a couple slaps just to wake you up, basically you've lost control of your character and you're unconscious effectively. So you might die, but you might not. And then to get your strength back, there's a restorability button. What that basically means is you guys take a long rest of like a week or so with a, you know, a medic or something to help you.
Mm-hmm.
All of the strength damage you took is, you know, something that actually physically happened to you. So a scar in your arm, a gash, something along those lines. You basically don't want the battle to go on long enough that you lose strength. You want to only lose your HP if you can all help it. And
even though the HP is really pretty low.
Right, which basically means with the system, you kind of want to not avoid combat, but you want to be smart with combat. So you guys were really smart with fighting the big dude. You killed him super quick. If that went on for too long, he could literally just smash everybody. It's stupid how strong he is. And he has a fair amount of armor. But because you looked for oil, and you guys were like, hey, let me light my arrows, it seemed like, oh, you know, it took an extra turn. It literally did 1d12 times 2 damage. So which is insane.
Quite a lot.
For this game. That's a shit ton. If you rolled like 10 damage, you basically would have one-shot him. So in one round, you guys could have killed him. But the thing is, it wasn't just one round. It was you guys planning. It was you grabbing this. It was you guys sneaking behind him. It was talking to Pip. It was learning what his weakness was. It was all these things conjoined. A lot of the spirit, the soul of these games is smart combat, not necessarily like, you know, 10 rounds of et cetera, working the world around you and being rewarded for that, even though if there's no mechanic for dropping a rock on somebody, it still wants to reward you for doing things of that nature. So
this felt very like just D&D light.
Yeah, which is the idea. So Cairn is effectively, it's a hack on Into the Odd, which is basically just D&D light. It's low rules, but the game back then was less rules, more rulings. So you say, I want to do this thing, and there doesn't need to be a rule for it. We decide at the table, yeah, this makes sense, and then going forward, we do that. If it's something super weird, there's always a cheat sheet of like, hey, on average, if your players are doing this, do this. On average, this is damage. It also tells you what not to do. So for example, if you do something I think is like awesome, and I want to do damage, I'll say roll with advantage. So you'll roll, you know, 2d6, keep the highest, and go, cool, I roll a 6 and a 4, we'll take the 6. Or I'll say it pierces armor, just to like really do some good damage. That way, no matter what you're doing damage. And then like with Morkborg, where there was turns where we did no damage back and forth, if you want to speed combat up, you can just say minimal damage is always 1, period. You always do 1 damage when you hit people, period. That way there's no, you know, messing with X, Y, or Z. And you can put any number of spells you want in this game. Any number of spells. There's 200 already in the system. You can take from OSR, you can take from other, I have a whole bunch of weird spell books. So all of them seem kind of like, what? But they're meant to be used in odd ways. And if you're a magician, you probably have 4 or 5 spells on you. So, and of course you can always make extra rules and say, I can carry an extra 3 spells on me at no cost for whatever reason. So that's one of the fun things is you can always change little rules. And if you say, hey, my HP's too low, cool, everyone has 6 HP now. Maybe you want to do a little more combat. It wants to give you options, basically.
I thought I would be a little more confused with the rolling system, and it was actually not that bad.
Yeah, I like it.
It's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these systems want to get out of the way and let you just play the game. They don't want you to do absurd math just to hit somebody. They want you to combat to be quick and brutal and decisive, which is why you don't roll to hit anymore. You just roll for damage, which that's cool.
I like that.
Yeah,
and I like the assumption that I'm good enough to hit anything.
Right, and then armor helps you. So I'm not a fan of people missing back and forth. It's not fun.
It's a little annoying.
Yeah, and well, the thing is, it's both annoying and slow. I just want you guys are competent is the thing. And it's really depressing when you can roleplay a competent character, and of course we can joke, and we can say X, Y, and Z, and oh, you just happen to miss. If you happen to miss 6 times in a combat, it's hard to roleplay that away. Like, you can kind of do it, but... Yeah, a lot of systems have kind of said, like, just speed run around it, basically. And I'm like, I'm honestly cool with that. Too much missing on either side just is boring. It just sucks. So yeah,
that's why I like Fate, because you, like, hardly ever miss.
Yeah, Fate is... Fate assumes you guys are competent. It assumes you're strong. What was the question, Megan?
So you're testing out different game systems.
Yeah.
Does this mean that next week we'll be looking at a different one, or are we going to be continuing with Cairn, or?
So my main bit, and this is the funny thing with a lot of these systems. Without getting into it too much, I don't know how much time you guys have. I'm probably going to grab food in a second. But what I'm doing is I have a list of every game I want to try. It's too many. I don't want to show you guys because it's probably scary.
Right.
But a lot of them are very, very simple. So the main thing I'm trying to do, and the thing is, a lot of the OSR spirit is, and I was telling Melanie this, it can feel really weird to only have 1 or 2 spells per day. It's like, well, how am I a wizard then? Well, you're a wizard because the sleep spell just says it puts the target to sleep, period. No save. And it's like, oh, that's really strong. It's like, yeah, exactly. That's the point. Sometimes there's a save, but sometimes there isn't because you only had 1 sleep spell. So you wait until it's potent, you use it, and then as the wizard, you just turn the tide of battle in a single spell. So that one spell feels like it did more, rather than, oh, it saves, oh, it has this, oh, it has this, oh, it has this.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, shit, okay, I wasted my one. And that can be fine, but it wants you to feel, it's weird. Basically, you're given
powerful.
Yes, you're given less actions, but those actions are more powerful, which is, it feels weird. It's like, well, if I attack 4 times per turn, isn't that more? It's like, yes and no. If that one attack means more, then it means more. Rather than the 4 attacks just being damage, you can do some weird things. So I'm basically trying to look through these systems and determine which ones have the rules that I like for either a more rules light or a more OSR flavor, because there's so many. And we can Frankenstein together any number of things that we like. Like for Morkborg, I have literally like 30 supplemental books that add more spells, ones that make characters tankier. I have it recorded. I'm going to edit it very quickly, so I can upload that. When I say quickly, I mean I'm just going to kill the dead air. I'm not going to kill any ums or anything. I'm just going to kill when we pause for 10 seconds.
But it'll be on that podcast?
Yeah, I'm just really behind with editing. It takes a long time to do it.
you've got a lot of campaigns to edit though. To put on there.
Yeah, they all take like, I don't know, 4 hours to edit, so it's time consuming. But it's fine, because they're like half the length and a lot more palatable. I hate ums and uhs.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm guilty.
It's me too. It's all of us.
It's everybody. We're a generation of verbal crutches.
Yeah, I'll be describing something and then